So, 7 deadly sins? Question mark?
3?
Not even.
Not even. Just one sin.
There are 3 sins. So
I guess you could say there's one sin that has been committed.
Murder.
Last we left.
Gonna have to fucking.
We have trauma.
Why haven't we had a one shot yet?
What
It's
sin?
been 2 weeks.
I've been trying to get stuff involved, but people have been busy. So,
I'm literally free every evening.
last we left off, all hell broke loose.
Indeed.
Ares, in a frantic search for identity and his backstory, decided it was a great idea to separate himself from the party and venture off into territory that was his neck. The party gave chase and eventually caught him, but at the expense of quite the spectacle. As a result, a battle took wage. Less of a battle and more of a massacre.
Oh no.
The party surrounded by members of the Joyful Death and 2 high-ranking members, Mika and Captain Skull Eater. Some of the party managed to flee with their lives. Some banished to the lower plains amongst fire and brimstone. Others embraced by the cold clutches of death. For those who managed to survive, Isaac, Ares, and Drax were guided by some very strange merfolk to the underwater city of Atalantia, or Atlantis as it is known in common. After staying the night there, the intrepid heroes notice that everyone has a very strange glazed over look in their eye. And seemingly are being kept from leaving. Upon spending the night, the party had strange dreams filled with desires and possibilities, and the mental fortitude of the walls of their psyche were temporarily trying to be breached, but managed to keep their senses to them. You wake up after taking your long rest. About 2 days has gone by since the events on the shore. Ares, for you, the reality of what is sunk in is really starting to settle in. You also did not roll high enough, both of you did not roll high enough for Arcana check to know that Mirio was banished. You two still both assume that he is disintegrated.
I thought we
Yeah.
I thought we did
Party.
figure it out.
Because remember, I went into depth about like where he was.
Oh,
and figured
right,
out
you're right.
he was in the city of Disc.
Yes, I remember now. You rolled the lower Arcana check, but you rolled it higher, I remember. I know someone who has a higher intelligence failed it. But eventually Ares, the reality of the situation is beginning to sink in. Your healer is alone in hell. And the blood of Ruby Opal and Pavak Nosiv are in your hands.
Maybe not. We don't know.
They are. He thinks they are.
He thinks they are.
He thinks they are.
And as you wake
I guess
up-
they are.
As you wake up from thankfully nightmareless sleep, you all find consciousness. The stagnant air of your kind of bubbles kind of straining a bit both of you, but Ares, the weight just feels heavy regardless to breathe in.
Drax wakes up. He's already awake. He's like, I'm gonna go fucking crazy here.
When did they say they would send a healer by to give a poison?
They did.
Okay.
They did in the last session, yeah. You're okay, your poison is gone.
You just want to get
Lovely.
the condition.
I just don't want disadvantage on everything.
You're also not exhausted anymore?
No, I'm not, because I got 2 long rests.
We need to figure out a way to help the people of this town before we can leave.
Absolutely.
Alright.
Do we need to help them or get them all killed?
Can we help? Can we help quickly, please?
Can we?
I'm running out of air here.
We can hopefully maybe go up to the surface and get some fresh air before we can
I don't know that we can.
I don't
find
think. I don't
this.
know if we can, Aries. You give your mother a bit too much credit here.
What do you mean?
We're hardly allowed to leave this room. I doubt we're allowed to go up at all.
How many guards are outside?
You look out, and it seems the number has increased. Instead of just a mermaid, it seems that again, from spending 2 days here, you do discover that merfolk society is very sexist and extremely patriarchal, and find out that as you look outside, it seems to be 6, 7.
Aaron, are you going to call or can I join the call?
Oh, you can join the call. I can join the call
So
you
Kanan
can
can
hear.
hear us.
Oh, totally can do.
They appear to be charmed.
Oh shit.
Hang on. You're the one with the silver tongue. How do you break a charm? Like, do we have to break a thing? Concentration?
Probably
Hurt
Do we have to
them?
physically break something? Because if we don't, I have no help here.
Probably breaking concentration in the person casting it, but what I remember if we like deal any sort of hurt to the people affected and then break it, but I'm not sure how long it will. This seems to be much higher magic than I can cast.
And I don't want to kill anyone.
No, I don't either.
That's all I'm very good at.
Yeah, this is news to me.
Are you trying sarcasm?
I'm trying.
This is not fun.
Time and place. Time and place.
It's a little.
There's
So
staring
what?
daggers into your soul.
Alright, well, alright, I think... I feel like a tour of Atlantis.
Did
we get one yesterday?
Yeah, we got
You had one briefly around.
Well, one that isn't restricted.
Yeah, it was unrestricted.
Well, gods know if we can get out of this place unrestricted.
How many? Wonderful.
As you look out, it looks like 6 or 7, but there's probably more patrolling. You might have to roll a perception check to just kind of see.
I'd like to look around for...
Sure, go and roll a perception check for me.
Here's you. 29.
29. There are like 6 guards that are stationed stationary out front of your home, but it seems like a good other like 7 or 8 are patrolling around it. You see the same similar kind of visages swimming past.
Are there any windows?
There's
Or
just
doors?
there are all of the like structures that are within the city are all sunken and like basically refurbished human settlements. So this one seems to actually have probably been like a small shack like for tools. So the only like area that's opening is like it's a wooden door that has been torn off and has like a curtain of like seaweed and seashells that you can like peek out behind. But that's kind of
But a tool shop beside. Is there anything in it?
no.
Damn.
I come
Okay.
into Aries and I say, Aries,
Yes, sir.
I know I have been kind of not taking this too seriously, but believe me, it is literally my job for to perform
Love you.
non-lethal takedowns. So that needs to happen.
I
I'm
don't
very
think
skilled.
we can overpower all of them. I think you.
But like, if you want me to suplex my guards outside, I can do that for
I
you.
don't have the kneecaps, so I can't really aim there.
Would I know what a suplex is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hang on. I have an idea. This is probably your mother's work, right?
Most
She
definitely.
probably cares about you. To an extent. To an extent.
Aries and Drax make a knowing look at each other like, well,
From what this is from like what Temperance was telling me about the mother, his mother. The mother.
Mater.
Okay, I have a really interesting idea. I don't know if it'll work.
what's your idea?
Mm-hmm.
What if you died or were hurt? What would they do? How good are you at feigning death?
Incredible. I work with Michelle, for God's sakes.
I'm sorry to say, Isaac, kind of the guy who's good at that had the position last, he's dead.
Yeah, and I'm better. That's beside the point.
But my point is he had the only person that I would know that could do something like that is
I just need you to pretend to be dead, so they're distracted, so we can maybe knock a couple out.
But I just feel like your mom is too smart about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
She would know.
Not the most wise person out there. Doesn't come from somewhere.
Also, I'm trying to say this quietly so they don't hear us.
Yes, can we be like stealthing like so they can't hear us? And they obviously recognize my mother's name. They recognize the dagger.
This is very easily
very
mother.
clear my mother. Maybe you're right. Maybe you could lead back to me. How?
What do you do with a hostage?
I like it. I like the way you're
Aries, are you good at playing the victim also?
Excellent.
I know. I'm sorry.
What?
I said I know.
Oh, that was you, Aaron? I thought that was someone else.
No, yeah, sorry.
No, DM talking.
Love you.
I got two tools.
So how bold do you want to be?
Bold and brash.
Because I could always act with gunpoint.
I
I won't shoot you.
I think
I
these
don't think
Do you
will.
have a safety on your gun?
I am my own safety.
I think these will be. I think these might work better. I like draw my swords a little bit.
Why not both?
I think
Why
it's-
did I say that?
You take the lead and you disarm them, if possible. Aries?
How long were your guns worth underwater?
that's fine.
Do I think they'll work pretty well? Like, would I
No,
know they would work?
you have for the way firearms work.
Yeah,
is there's a
that's
fuse
Mhm.
that needs to
That's fair.
ignite.
Yeah, that's right.
You can probably have one shot at half range, but like
Yeah.
your guns probably aren't gonna work
I'm like-
super well because they'll be
I'm
waterlogged.
like Isaac. You're like thinking about this. I'm like Isaac, and I'm like brandishing my sword.
Here, I have this fine elven sword you can take. I take it out,
Do you
like
have
kind
a-
of flourish it around, and
I have a dagger. I just
You
bought
see
a
this
bowie knife.
blade?
Pulls with a bowie knife.
That's the work of your mother's family. Your family has forged that sword.
Sure.
It's just a dagger.
It's a sword.
Long sword.
Long sword.
I can't need. I'm not too great with long swords.
Alright.
This is literally my job.
Fair
Let me
enough.
do this, Isaac.
Fair enough. Okay, I'll disarm. You just keep that to his neck, and you make
All
it
right.
very
So yeah.
convincing.
So like I
It's such a
like
dumb idea.
I have like one sword to his back and like one sword like reached up towards his neck.
Can I take some of, I have like a red suit for the ball.
Mhm.
Can I take some of the red suit and like put it on like something to make it look like blood?
Sure, I'll
Does
say.
Tritons have red blood?
You don't know.
Yes, I
Oh,
don't
you're
know.
Tritons or you mean merfolk? Sorry, my bad. Tritons, they have pretty red. It's more purplish,
Okay.
almost like a wine
Okay,
color.
Never mind. Did you say wine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna take out my fine elven wine that I always keep in my bag. because
Okay.
I'm an alcoholic.
Just so you're aware,
It is water,
wine when you
yes.
add water to it dilutes,
Mhm.
and it'll probably turn pretty clear. You might need something like more of like a different like texture, maybe like molasses or a kind of syrup.
An oil?
That might work.
Okay.
I mean, hold on.
Or I can just draw real blood.
Oh, I have an idea.
This is such a.
I have an idea.
I like. Hold on a second. Isaac, punch her in the eye.
Hurt him.
Punch him in the eye. So-
Spending so much time with Michelle, you'd like all Tritons look the same to you.
Alright. I'm really not sorry about this.
Okay, go and roll a hit.
Do I get advantage?
What's going on up there?
It's not my car.
That's kind of obnoxious.
My car goes.
My car's over there. Do I get advantage because it's surprise? Because I have an ally within 5 feet?
Okay.
Actually, no, that's not.
Yeah, yes. I'm sorry. I was a little distracted. What did you say?
Do I get advantage because it's technically a surprise? Or is it not surprise? I don't know.
I'll say it's not surprise because
Yeah,
Aries, like, you
yeah.
would say, oh, let's punch him in the eye. You know what I mean? So
But
I'll
Aries,
say
are you
no.
letting me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm-
so
I'm-
it just hits
yeah.
then if you're letting
Okay.
him hit. Okay.
D4?
Whacked. Hits you in the face. You're like, oh, shit, that hurt. And you kind of like feel it a little bit. It's very bruised because you know when you punch. Okay, so when you punch someone in the eye, you're just like, oh, it's just like you expect it to be kind of like purpley, but instead it's like this weird like brownish color, and it's like yellowish on certain areas, and the scale kind of flakes up a bit. Oh, it's a shiner. It's gonna hurt for a little while, and it's a little hard to see out of the eye.
Aries, I'm sorry to say, but I've been wanting to do that to a Triton for a long time. There are way too many jokes that have jumped me.
That was kind of racist.
I'm sorry.
Like, sorry, not even kind of, like a lot.
Drax, Ares
down.
is looking at you like, the fuck you say to me, you little shit?
What?
It's okay. We'll figure this out later. Anyway. I'm gonna...
I didn't learn manners.
Alright, you little shit, translate as I go.
Can I?
Alright, fuckers, how much do you want this kid alive?
Right, roll a deception check. I'll say you also roll a deception check. All three of you. Just everybody roll a deception
Yes.
check.
Aries, give me a performance check.
Nope, it would be a deception
Oh,
check.
I
You're
love
trying to
that.
lie for me. You're trying to lie.
24.
24.
Thank the Lord.
Okay,
Hold on.
That's such a bad idea.
17.
17.
32?
Okay.
33.
Okay, I'm gonna roll an insight check on most
Can
of
I
them.
cutting words that?
Sure. Okay.
Take away 5.
Okay, it rolled an 18, so -5 it would have just passed yours, Drax. So -5 that makes basically, they're coming back and you see that they're taking up their blades and swords, but as they see Ares is there, they begin to move forward, but then you see a flash, like they're like stopping themselves almost as you see a flash of kind of like a bright, unnatural blue hue flashes against their eyes and they all step back.
For effect, I'm going to open my jaws and kind of poise them at your stomach area.
You kind of see he looks a little like rabid, as you can see like a little bit of foam coming out the side of his mouth as he's growling at you. Okay, what do you guys do?
Keep talking, jackass. And if you make a move on us, and he loses his head and his legs, I walk to one. You train down.
I relay everything and offer.
Also, these are not Tritons. These
So,
are
no. Whatever weapon they have. Whatever weapon it has.
Trident.
Oh, sorry, I get it.
Triton.
Trident.
On the ground,
Just
5 feet away, toss them
I
away.
say it on
You
the-
two,
just-
you as well.
Please do what they
We're
say.
not fucking around anymore.
They're
Put
all
weapons away.
They seem to they all seem to be dropping their weapons.
Hands on the back of your heads. The rest of you, get inside that house.
See, they begin to swim towards it, and not all of them can fit. So you see some are just piling on the outside and just kind of. Again, this is very unsettling for you. There's not a look of fear or anger, just blank. There's nothing there as they're just staring at you.
Thank you so much for complying. We'll be heading out. Any of you move, he loses his head. Understood? Keep translating.
I relay that. Just, and then I add on, please. Help me.
The fuck was that extra thing?
There's nothing.
Do you speak Aquan?
No.
No, he doesn't. I hasn't heard a second thought
You're
there.
actually saying that you speak Aquan?
No, I don't know what he's saying, and that concerns me.
Alright, let's go. Come on.
Okay. So
And we
as
start
you're
moving
moving
back.
through the town,
I'm kind of slowly,
you see people
swimming
are
in the waters.
merfolk. There are not a ton of them, but they are clearing the streets as you guys are moving through. As you're moving through the city, a couple of things take note. You see the castle that you had seen previously made of coral. It seems to be an ancient, a sunken Gothic church. You see an actual, it seems to be temple, maybe a little bit further away, with crumbling, marble pillars. It seems to be open floor mat, and seems, I'll say, for the purpose of this, Ares roll a history check. There's not a ton documented on. Actually, I'll say you can probably roll one too because you attended university.
9?
9?
9.
Hell yeah.
It's kind of hard to even tell what it is, but it seems to be a statue, possibly.
Drac rolls a history check and you roll with that.
Uh,
He's oh yeah, I know what
in
that
the
is.
in the center of the kind of this open floor temple, and you can see probably it seems to be the only thing that is actually carved by merfolk in here, because it's not super well done, but it seems to be a merfolk, possibly. If you'd like to inspect further, you could probably try to figure out maybe what.
Yes,
it
I would like
is.
to. Also,
Okay.
out of character, high five. This is a great plan.
Hell
This
yeah.
is the best plan we came up
You can
with
peek,
yet.
This
like-
is literally the most in-character plan we could have come up with.
It is, honestly.
So
Seriously, working.
merfolk seem to be.
I'm sorry, one thing.
I'm
It's like
surprised
that- it's like that scene,
Drax didn't come up
It's
with
like
it.
that scene where it's like Thor and Loki. They're like,
Get help. Get help. I know that's Drax and Isaac.
Yeah.
We're not doing get help. Get help!
Help him!
Thor, Loki.
Yeah. Isaac.
Drax would throw Isaac over his shoulder like that.
Yeah. So you guys kind of move through. You see what seems to be an elderly merfolk man, kind of like long, like stringy, almost like looks like a catfish. Kind of like swims away as it sees you guys coming forward.
Nope. You two over here where he gets out.
I relay that.
And he kind of like seems to like sit down. Notices your movement, and you can see again blank stare. Where you probably would expect to be fear, is just again that unsettlingly look. There's just wide-eyed looking into you.
Alright, you're gonna take us to whatever the hell's going on here, or he dies. Understood?
Something like that.
Keep going.
He goes, yeah.
No one said he could stop talking.
I do not know.
He says he doesn't know.
Give him a little neck, will you?
No, please, it's take us.
I kind of like press my teeth.
Aries like whimpers.
As you can see, we're not fucking around.
I do not know. And you can see the accent changes to a woman's voice.
Do you recognize that voice? Someone you know? Someone you know?
My mother.
Alright, great.
Good. Hi. There's like a little bit. There's like a small
At this
bite
point,
mark. On
okay.
here.
We know who you are. We know how much this little shit means to you. Keep talking. Now,
I'm relying
again, he doesn't mean too much to us.
Yeah.
Do you want to see him again? Come on.
I relay that.
Do what I showed you. And you see the fishes almost look like a puppet who is like rigidly moves, turns around, and looks towards the statue. And you can see what, as you're looking at it, examining it further, I will allow you to make a religion check or a history check. But not Eric, not you.
We're gonna do.
Oh, just Isaac?
Yeah,
We're gonna do.
because you guys weren't professional school.
Ah. Yeah. True.
20. 30, 20.
As you're looking at this and getting a better look at the statue, you recognize who this is a statue to. Merfolk have several gods, as they are also part of the Elven, pantheon. They're Fae descendants. But the first merfolk and the father of merfolk is a archfey named Eadril. You didn't recognize the individual. Kind of, it seems to be like, because it's frankly just a very crude statue, as their merfolk are not particularly known for their craftsmanship. And also because the face has been scratched out. Almost like it's been defaced.
I swear to God.
Oh, Zach knows what she's trying to say, but Isaac doesn't.
Do I look at the statue?
You see that the individual turns towards the statue. And you look at the statue and you see it as a defaced statue.
Can I sing the FNC?
Sure, sing the notes.
Play my piano rap.
Nothing clever.
Aries is breathing very heavily. He's trying to remember the notes.
I like
If you want to quit on my computer.
I give my best snarl.
Roll an intimidation check.
And this is just Isaac.
You
being
also
scared.
roll an intimidation check.
Oh, fuck, I'm bad at this.
Fuck. 1. Non-natural
6.
1.
You just do a little purr, thinking it's a growl.
I haven't seen it.
And you see the merfolk individual kind of like turn
right.
back, and just sort of like just look at you. And you see the eyes shift to the eyes of Aries and just glare you down.
Do it.
You want him back?
And you can see then that the
I'm
vision
gonna
just turns back to that pale
sing
gaze.
very loudly.
You see the statue pivots on itself and turns, moving down, and turns into a stairwell.
We go. No one follows us,
I really bad.
or he dies.
I like jerk us over down the steps.
Okay. Do you descend?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm gonna have them take the lead. I'm keeping my eyes peeled for anyone following us and threats everything.
Is anybody
Okay.
following us?
Seemingly no. Go to roll. Also, go to roll a perception check just to double check that.
I'm gonna look at Drax and say, what the fuck did you
17.
17.
No, staying in character.
It doesn't seem like anyone is following you as you finally make your way
Sorry,
down.
not 19. 17. 17.
Still doesn't seem like anyone's following you. As you make your way down to a much darker cavern. Even those with dark vision, you cannot see. It is just total darkness. There's a total lack of sunlight.
This happened when we were in Dorne?
Yes.
Yes.
If you'd like, you would like things. You would get your low light vision. Who here has dark vision? I believe all three of you.
60 feet, shades of gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you need a. You don't.
I do not have dark vision.
You do not have dark. So you cannot see shit. You have kind of half vision. So
I'm
you
like,
can
can I put the swords away now?
Keep them out just in case.
But can I take them off of you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're keeping
I'm sorry.
because we're keeping swords off because we need you to poke into it, so that we don't fall to something. There's still a canary in the coal mine,
Ares.
and I'm just gonna wink at you, just like I'm still playing this along.
Ares, I'm sorry. I get
So what is the marching order?
It's my lizard-folk genes.
I'm going to hold the rear.
So I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
Drax is starting.
I get a little.
Nope. I was gonna say nope. You are a canary today.
I get a little caught up.
Yep.
Sorry.
So
you're in the
front, Drax?
No.
Drax,
Here
take-
you are.
I guess I am in the front.
No, Drax. Let's let Ares be our canary.
Yeah. I'm like, go on then.
And then, as it just whispers in your ear as you're going up, stay in character.
I'm gonna move along this hallway. It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, it's a little
It's
difficult
alright.
with the sun. I'm sorry.
It's alright.
It's a darker one.
Yeah.
If you'd like, you can also look onto the maps document itself. I was hoping it would be a bit darker when we got to play this part, but it's alright.
I can use my
So,
body
Aaron,
to
on a
block
scale
the
of
sun.
1 to 10, how bad was our plan? 10 being the worst. Get out of here. Like ever.
So,
It worked.
4, I'd say.
you enter down, and as you do, you hear
Good. Jackson goes, good.
shuts from
So maybe eyes on us. Keep going.
Bro, Isaac, I can't.
Bro.
I'm gonna
That's
actually start drawing blood if you keep this.
Alright, you go to the end of the hallway.
I'm hungry.
It's fine. I'm
that's
sorry, you don't get that reference.
That's not
This way?
Yeah, you go
Okay.
that way.
I haven't eaten anything in a couple days. Aries, I'm sorry.
Please don't eat me. I'm gonna go down this hallway. Can I check
Okay.
the traps?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
So I'm going to. Can I help?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, you can go ahead. I'll be in the back.
3 and 4. 19?
Give me 1 second.
We watched Black Widow, by the way.
19.
That was okay.
Okay, Aries, as you come down to the end of the hallway,
I like it more than
you see,
the last
and it
one we
fills you
watched.
with terror. As you look down and you see a creature, like,
No,
made of, like,
that's not true. I really
flesh
like
and
Endgame. I think
bone
that was the last
and
one.
tentacles that writhe and move.
Oh,
kind of
fuck.
covered in slime,
Can't believe you
and
did
what must be like tons of eyes and tendrils. And it almost looks like, strangely, like it has been sewn together.
Is this a flesh bowl?
And as you look at it,
Not quite.
Okay.
as you can see, it's gnashing teeth and kind of the large visage of the creature. I would like you to go ahead and roll a nature check for me. As you, this creature seems kind of familiar.
Is
Yes.
there still water in here?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. 19?
19. You realize it's not the same, obviously not the same size, or like the same, like
Ferocity?
it's not the same veracity, a similar amount of veracity. But you recognize the Kraken, who had been swimming above Dorne, blinded and kind of like fleshy and white, like it hadn't seen sun in days. But it seems like that it's been brought to death and brought back and experimented on and twisted and moved to change into this kind of slinking guardian that just like slurps as it walks towards you.
How many rapiers do you have on you? How many rapiers do you have?
2.
I would like you guys all to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me, Aries.
Well, you can say roll initiative. What?
I rolled
And to roll for initiative.
I rolled a nat 1.
Natural 1.
Honey.
Okay, so for my dex save.
But that's evasion.
Okay.
So
So you have
halved.
advantage. It's not for damage.
Oh.
Damage is... wait, evasion has damage.
Yeah, but it's not for damage.
Okay.
And then
That's...
for initiative, I rolled a 20
20. Okay.
I rolled a natural 20 for my initiative,
plus your dex.
so it's 130.
Okay.
12 for initiative, 30, 20 for save.
And 14 for my save.
Okay. Aries 20. And you got a what did you get?
Dirty 20 for save, 12 for initiative.
Did you get a dirty 20, Aries?
Yeah.
Whose dex is higher?
Here you rolled a 30.
For you two.
Oh.
Mine, I have a plus
Mine's-
5.
Mine's plus 5.
Okay. Go ahead and re-roll and just to see.
No, sorry, I had a 12 for initiative,
Oh,
30, 20 for
12.
save.
Oh.
Oh, my bad. Okay. It's okay. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually realized that you're down the hall, so it'd just be Aries who's making the save.
Oh, okay.
You're on a natural 1?
Oh, cool.
Okay. You see it takes one of its slimy, kind of strange tentacles that
Jared
Comes
goes,
up.
"What's up there?" You just go.
and grabs you and throws you down the end of the hallway.
Oh.
As that's happening, can I try and catch one of Aries' rapiers and draw it? Can I times 2?
Also, you're
Just for
too
fun.
low in the
Okay.
initiative order.
Okay.
It picks you up and throws you against the back wall.
Holy.
Hits
Jackson
you
is
down.
holy.
You do take
Does that have for evasion?
6, 7, 8, 9. You can use evasion if you like. 9 points of bludgeoning
Okay,
damage.
so for 5.
So 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the back wall. As you two both just see this creature. Okay.
Aries, I like shot down the hall. What the hell is that?
Kraken!
Oh,
Okay. So.
Would I know what a kraken is?
Oh yeah, you've heard legends of this. You don't even know if they're real, but it seems like a lot like smaller and like strangely shaped. It actually takes up a majority of the hallways. Its flesh pokes against the side of the walls and fills up. It's like just presses against it. It's almost like a strange, like kind of contorted worm.
He hears kraken and he goes, "Oh fuck."
All right. Alrighty. So that brings us to the top of the initiative order. Drax, you're up.
Okay. He goes, "All right," and I like push Isaac to the side, like,
Yeah.
"Let's go."
There is a little bit of room at the top if you'd like to find a way to vault above this.
Nope, I'm running straight at this
Okay.
thing and
No.
attacking it.
Alrighty. Go and roll to hit.
Okay, so the first hit is going to be 25 to hit.
25.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 25 hits.
26 to hit
26 hits.
and 24.
24 hits.
Hot damn! Good way to start the round.
Oh, you might not even need your plan,
No.
Aries. Okay, so the first hit, I'll just add up all the damage.
Is this Hollow Knight?
No, it's I need Isaac.
What?
Which is fitting.
What?
Aries, you're on deck. Okay.
Why do you use multiple D8?
I'm counting in my head. $46 damage.
46 damage.
As I
Okay.
just like shred into
Are these
the thing.
magical attacks?
No. Of
Okay.
course, I'm a fighter.
Yeah.
I get some magic swords.
Okay.
Yeah, these are regular, like,
piercing,
run-of-the-mill long swords and violence.
And these
I
are
would-
slashing damage? Piercing damage?
Yes, slashing damage.
So, as you break into this creature, it seems that your non-magical blades just kind of against it, and it makes no impact. at all.
Oh no. He just goes, he steps back and goes, oh no.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
I guess so.
Okay. That brings us to...
Do we see that does no damage?
Yes, you see it does no damage. That brings us to...
Are my
Aries.
swords damaged at all?
They're a little like, they're a little bit more blunt than they
It's
were
fine,
before.
It's fine. It's fine. I can do something about that.
But they'll still work. That brings us to Aries. It's not your turn.
Wielding inferior objects have never been a problem for Drents.
I'm gonna cast teleport on it.
Cool.
So I'm gonna ask for a wisdom save.
Okay.
I'm gonna cutting words that.
Alrighty.
Actually, I'm gonna lucky feet that.
If we can end this fight
You
now.
cannot lucky feet other creatures.
Okay.
Rolls. Can you?
Uh-huh. You can do lucky's literally any roll.
Oh, so you're gonna get advantage on this?
Disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
If it's blaze. Oh no, I think if it's rolling hit to you, so never mind. I'm gonna do cutting words it then.
Okay.
Lucky doesn't give advantage, you can just re-roll it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it
Natural
is on any roll. It's
Yeah.
just like you can choose to re-roll it.
Okay. Well then it succeeds.
So you see Aries as you kind of mutter the arcane runes, and you cast it out singing the words. You see the magic just hits it, and it just...
Can you try that again? Whatever you're doing.
Alright.
We need to get the fuck
Aries,
out.
is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna use my
You're still
movement.
prone, so you have to use
Oh,
half your movement to get out.
Yeah, I'm gonna use half my movement to get out then.
Okay, so that's 15. You have 15 more feet of movement left.
Okay.
You looking down the hallway?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please don't be.
One of my favorite things is that whenever a Spanish D&D member of the D&D community that casts a spell, he just does it, says it in Spanish.
I love that.
I'm gonna go down this hallway here.
Okay, go ahead and move.
Because Spanish is like...
Alright, you move 5, 10, 15. Okay. You see that it's just, you do go run past a hallway.
You good?
You see it leads further down. Okay. Is that the end of your turn? Aries?
Yes.
Alright, that brings us to Isaac.
Is this a dead end?
I'm going to
It
bonus
seems to be,
action.
yes. Actually, yes, it seems to be a dead end.
I'm going to bonus action stealth.
Okay.
Hi.
Yeah.
Go ahead. It seems as you are, you actually have advantage on this. As you kind of look at the creature, you have a high pass perception. You see its eyes that are like all poking all around it are snow blind.
Yes.
It's been attacking you based off of
19.
here.
Okay, that's like 34.
34. Yeah, you duck behind kind of the side of the wall and just like cover your hand to your mouth and try to keep yourself from breathing as we hear the
And I'm going to
creatures.
move. There's a hallway this way, right?
There's not, no.
Alright, then I'm going to just try to sneak on past, vault over, and just
Okay,
roll.
I'll say roll an acrobatics check with disadvantage to not hit it. To like basically run up the wall and try to vault over it.
And I am disengaging.
It's a little difficult. You can swim up if you want also.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to just disengage.
Yeah.
Actually,
Just so
wait,
you
doesn't
know,
know
your
I'm there.
movement is also half because you're
Yes.
underwater.
Yeah, so then I'll dash. It doesn't know I'm there. So.
It doesn't, no.
Okay. So I'll dash 30. I'll action dash.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll
Alright.
get just right there.
And what did you get on that acrobatics check to try to not hit it?
Oh, I started
Dark
to
Souls
roll
is
that.
very fitting for a Kraken. Dark Souls and Isaac.
9. That was a
Nine?
nat 20 and
Oh
a
my
9
God.
and a 4, so 9.
Okay.
It's really...
So you vault over above it and try to like swim over it, swimming as fast as you can, actually like kind of hitting Drax in the faces with your boot as you move up. But as you land, you're no longer stealth from it. As you do manage to just kind of just rake your knee across the top of its head as it.
Then I would like to action surge and use my action to stealth.
Okay.
To hide.
Go ahead and roll stealth check.
Advantage again?
Yes, because it has disadvantage on perception checks.
Okay. I hate that I use my action surge now, but I have to. I'm gonna get collapsed by that. Fuck! 19.
19.
Double 4s.
Okay.
So 19.
You think you feel pretty hidden as you're holding up against the back of the wall, but again, trying to hold your breath so it doesn't hear or kind of sense your presence. All right. That brings us. Is that the end of your turn,
I
Isaac?
realize
Yep.
the binding of Isaac music is going to be very awkward now that we have Isaac.
Yeah.
Isaac is Isaac lived alone with small Isaac.
Basically, Isaac's knowledge
Okay.
years.
Is that the end of your turn?
College years, you say?
Okay. That brings us to
What?
the Kraken's turn.
What? You want to say something
Who
about
sees?
Low decks.
Who knows where you are in front of it? Yes. Drax, and is going to head and use its tentacles to try to envelop around you and keep you held there. All right. It's gonna go ahead and roll a hit.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Ain't happening.
That's a 28 to hit.
That hits, but
Never gonna happen. That hits.
no.
Okay.
I would probably have to do a saving throw in order to not be grappled.
Okay.
That's not happening.
You are currently grappled.
What? No
And you
save?
take. Well, you get to do one later at the end of your turn. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. You take 19 points of bludgeoning damage,
That's fine.
and you are grappled.
Okay.
And restrained. So you are grappled and restrained, Drax.
Alright.
And yeah, and you can basically decide to use your action on your turn to try to escape.
Alright. Can do.
Okay.
Speaking of,
Yes.
it's my turn now, yeah?
No, it's going to bite you also.
Uh-huh.
Small attack. Okay. That is a 7. 18, 19, 22 to hit.
Alright.
Okay. Where are my d8s? 1, 2, 3. 32. My 7. 16. 16. You take 26 points of.
Okay.
Actually, wait, no, it wouldn't be a multi-attack because it's a bite attack. Excuse me. So it can only do the tentacle attack
Ha.
next turn. So, but if you do a bite attack on its next turn, it would swallow you.
Oh,
So,
cool. So
yeah,
I
so
roll-
sorry, I didn't know, I messed it up. I looked at the multi-attack wrong. So, yes, that's the end of its turn.
Now it's my turn.
Now it's the top of the round, it's time for your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get out.
Okay, go and roll a opposed strength check for
You
me.
can do it.
Ha!
Drax, Drax.
So,
Strong core.
Would I add my proficiency bonus? or
I believe it is, you can roll an athletics or acrobatics check to try to escape.
athletics then?
So go ahead and roll an athletics check for me.
Okay. 23.
23, you right, and you just barely managed to escape from the creature.
I'm gonna go over it then.
Okay, go ahead and roll an acrobatics check for me to try to kind of swim over it. And move between kind of like the small area of the top of it. 15. You swim up and you do like kind of like it's very aware of your presence,
Okay.
but you do manage
I'm like, oh god.
to land on the other side and swim over right over here in front of that. You do kick Isaac in the face with your tail and say,
Sorry.
"You're an asshole." Kind of like he kicked you earlier, and there's a little bit of like retribution.
it's like, let's go.
Okay. So, Drax, is that the end of your turn?
Can I move more?
Yes, you can. So you use 15. You use 5, 10, 15 of your. Oh, actually, wait. You're amphibious though, aren't you? Because if you're so you have full movement. So
Yeah.
you have 15 more feet of movement if you'd like to use it.
5, 10. I'm out of here.
Okay.
Like,
And
let's go,
as you
Isaac.
run forward, you
Oh, fuck.
step
He just goes. I just go.
on what
oh,
seems to be a
fuck.
pressure plate. I would like you to go ahead and roll an intelligence save for me.
Oh.
Oh, honey, what's your
Not my lowest stat. Oh, good roll. Thank God. Intelligence save.
Mhm.
That is a 19.
So you just barely manage to succeed as you see a purple rune flares to life in the water as you step on it. And you feel yourself go rigid for a moment and then fight it off.
Oh yeah. I just go. Okay. Watch where you're going, guys.
Alrighty. Is that in your turn, Drax?
Yeah.
Alrighty. That brings us to Ares. Ares.
Your cat's bitch slapping me.
Ares, you're up.
I'm gonna keep running down that hallway.
Okay. Go ahead and move your
You
token.
heard my warning, but
No,
You
I
did.
Down both
keep
sides.
in mind, you just heard Drax say that there's more. There's
Okay.
traps down
I
there.
checked
Ares,
the traps.
as you step down, you're like, okay, I'm gonna check for traps, and you step on tripwire. I need you to go ahead and roll
I hear it. I go.
a
Fuck.
Constitution saving throw for me.
Nice perception. You're a tripwire.
He's.
Not hearing a tripwire.
You
You
I'm gonna
step-
lucky feet that.
Okay.
You just hear dying.
15?
15 unfortunately fails.
Fuck.
You see what seems to be a powder that was released into the water itself, a lime green that as you inhale it, you feel yourself begin to go kind of woozy. And then you feel your body just begin to stiffen and go catatonic. So you are paralyzed.
Oh.
So a paralyzed creature is incapacitated and cannot move or speak. Automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. May not make actions or reactions.
You guys just come on, Ares. We were not doing the plan where you pretend to be dead.
Okay. So that's the end of your turn, Ares.
Ares,
Have a choice.
he's with Ares.
You just see Ares is like
Eyes
Protribicus Totalis, eyes wide, Neville Longbottom in that one scene of the Philosopher's Stone just standing there, looking down, frozen. Okay. That brings us to Isaac. It's now your turn. You're hidden from the creature.
I'm trying to see.
It's a little difficult, I know. Sorry.
And then dash. 5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You don't have
And
to
while I'm
move.
dashing, I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm dashing, so I have 30 feet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my eye out for traps.
Okay. Go and roll an investigation check.
Finish it.
Actually, wait.
No.
So no, wait. Your dashing is a bonus action because you're a rogue.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. That's what I was gonna ask. Okay.
Is it an action to look for traps?
Yes.
Okay. It's 7, but it's a 23. 22.
So you look forward, and you can see that right here it seems to be a rune, a purple one that you saw Drax step on and kind of brushed off. And that's all you can kind of see from the moment. Are you moving down here also? And you can see also the triggered tripwire and the release of powder that has been, as it hit the water, basically dissolved and entered Ares' nose. And he is frozen after triggering a trap, paralyzed.
Can I see it? Can I see further? Is this a hallway right here?
That is not a hallway, no, it seems to be a dead end.
That's a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yep. So you managed to avoid the
Yeah,
trap.
that's all I can do.
Okay. That brings us to the Kraken's turn, who still knows that you're there, Drax. And what is its range? 30 feet? So, let me count.
I think he's just under
30, you're just within range. And it's gonna go and use its tentacles and try to grab at you, wrap around your waist.
Dex save?
Nope. It just is a roll to hit.
Bruh.
Sorry. It does have disadvantage because it's blind.
Wait, hold on.
Yes?
I might want to use a maneuver. I might want to use a maneuver here.
Okay.
Hold on. The wiki's loading.
First thing one of the things Isaac's going to do in his downtime is make his guns waterproof, make the cartridges airtight.
How does that work?
You isolate, so the way
Never mind.
It actually works with modern
Okay,
They do. I
so
can only reduce the damage.
you
or,
feel
like,
a strange, slimy, almost like an intestine. It's the same coloration too.
What did it hit?
Veiny.
What was the number?
31.
Alright.
Kind of pulls around your waist and wraps around you and pulls you towards it. You take 12, 13, 15, 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
You are grappled and restrained.
Aaron, where did I find that?
-1.
Where did I find that? What's it
Was it
called?
25?
Room. That trap was like right here, right?
Aaron, 25?
It was a 31.
Oh, sorry, 30. No, the damage.
Oh, a 31? Yes, a 25.
And
One points of bludgeoning.
can Ugly over there get through this hallway?
It seems that he slowly can, and it sort of like pushes against the walls themselves and like bulges out towards the side and is slowly coming down.
I'm just gonna shout, "Dickhead!" Can I actually shout "Dickhead" at it?
Sure.
Alright.
So, that brings us to the lair action. As one of the tracks has been triggered and failed, you see kind of the floor seems to kind of like crack a bit as the stone opens up, and you can see for the first time, as it's kind of been a bit too dark to see, but a flash of kind of like within the stone you see a bright kind of royal blue glow. Like almost looks like veins in marble.
Can we see better now?
For a moment.
Okay.
For a moment. It almost seems like dark water and tides crashing and constantly swirling. And as they are, you see dark tendrils like seaweed reaches up and clasps around Ares and pulls him down.
What?
Great, Ares used
Oh, fuck.
Fuck.
Ares is dead too. This is, oh my god. Like, bro, if Ares dies, it's literally gonna be the Adventures of Canary. Like, I no
Honestly,
kidding.
I have to run. If
That brings us
dies.
to. That brings us to. Drax, you're up. You are currently.
Alright, I gotta get out again.
Okay.
We
Go
need
ahead
to get out
and
again.
roll an athletics check.
14.
14 unfortunately fails. As you're pulling and trying to move against it, you just saw Ares kind of be pulled down, and you're sort of thrown off your mojo a little bit, and you just look with fear as Isaac is. Just look at Isaac. Alright.
Isaac! I have to go, Isaac!
Help! Okay.
I'm gonna action surge in that case.
Okay.
And try again.
Okay. Go on ahead and roll an athletics check for me.
Oh, 15.
15 unfortunately fails. You try again. You see time almost slows down. You feel the blood pumping in your ears, but the anxiety's too much, and you're just pushing against it, but it's just squeezing you further.
I scream louder, Isaac!
I heard you the first time.
All right, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
What do I have in
Okay.
my equipment? What can I do?
Ares, as your turn comes, you
Grapple.
just see darkness all around you, and you hear in the back of your mind, through the seaweed, a song.
I'm gonna wait.
And you all hear it momentarily, and you instinctively push against your ears, and then continue on, as you were just engulfed in silence. Okay. Alrighty, that brings us to Isaac. It's now your turn.
Fuck. I can't help him. I don't have to kill him with.
What are you doing?
Fuck it. I'm taking my dagger.
Okay.
I'm just gonna throw it at the creature.
Okay.
I'm stealthed, right?
Yes, you are. You're
So I have
You have advantage. You have advantage and sneak attack.
Yes. I hope it's not immune to piercing. It seems like mundane weapons, but slashing. I know slashing is immune to, but I don't know about piercing. Nothing else I can do. Dagger attack is 10. Natural 20.
Natural 20. It automatically. You actually hit it in its eye, like right. You think you've hit it in its eye, but you can see it just blinks for a moment. What kind of weapon is this? Is this
It is no. It's just a ordinary
It's
piercing
piercing?
damage.
You
Dagger.
see it blinks, and the dagger that was kind of like lodged into it, it just out.
Flips it out.
Does it do any damage?
Seems to do no damage.
Does it at least let go of
The dagger
Drax a
falls,
little bit? Fuck.
but it does not know of your presence. It's like,
Poison?
and you see it's like your holes kind of like vibrate slightly, almost like the creatures from A Quiet Place. It just
Still over here, son of a bitch.
Alrighty.
I'm going to.
Isaac!
Hang on!
Isaac!
What are you doing? You want. I'm gonna say.
love this
Do you want more to eat? Then get over here.
okay.
I'm gonna try and lure it.
I'll say that'll be your action if you want to do that for the next round.
That's when
We'll do
Drax
that
goes,
next time.
Instead of
Isaac, what are
stealthing
you
though,
doing?
as a bonus action,
If
can I try and
something,
get it.
I'll say sure. Go ahead and
Okay.
roll a persuasion check. I'll say.
Okay. Okay.
Pac-Man, what are
One.
you doing?
It doesn't seem to understand you.
Yeah.
All right.
Still gonna try and get his ass over here.
Alrighty. That brings us to
I'm not forgetting you. I just don't have
Kraken's
any-
turn.
I know. I'm just.
Who
before my
begins
character was
to
here.
hear where you are and moves.
And there's a trap right
Five.
there, right?
Yep,
There's a trap
5,
there. All right, great.
10, 15
Trigger, you son of a bitch.
to get within. Let's see.
Can I go around corners? Fuck.
Yep, you're within range.
I should have moved. I had movement.
Yeah.
You should. Oh, wait,
I
can't.
grab
You see, you're like, okay, I'm safe here. I'm around the corner. Can't really see me. Wraps around and presses you back against
underneath
it.
me.
Yeah. Alrighty. It is a 30.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alrighty. You take.
No, that doesn't hit, Aaron. No, it doesn't.
Alright,
PJ?
11. You take 21 points of bludgeoning damage and you are grappled and restrained.
Okay.
Don't invoke PJ's name here,
Okay.
He's dead. He can't talk anymore.
bitch.
As you are pulled
Bro,
tighter,
I just
the
don't
two
know
of
what's
you
worse,
to it.
Like, sorry, just for a second.
You're good.
I don't know what's worse, like the idea that like I don't know what was worse, what could have been worse. How they originally died, or them being tortured and then killed by whatever sickos are in the dungeon.
So.
Mika is fucked up, man.
Mm-hmm.
Mika
No, I'm
tortured
not scared
me.
of
Mika
this.
tortured
I'm scared
Drax.
of what the king's gonna do to us.
Mika was on his way to torture Drax before he escaped. So
I'm
So,
scared of
so.
this. I'm scared.
So, it's okay. We'll talk about this later at the break. As you guys are moving forward, you see the beast slowly picks both of you up, unhinges its giant jaws,
no, dude.
and just sticks you in its cheek. You do both take. Where am I?
Prepare for
1,
Damn.
2, 1, 2, 3,
Damn.
4,
I have an idea.
6.
I have an idea.
Better do it, man.
6, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Hi.
23 points of acid damage, but strangely enough, it just seems to be holding you within its cheeks.
Oh,
It's
that's
like a
so
giant
cute.
chipmunk,
You guys are pals. Wait, are they?
and just
Inside
begins
of
to
it?
move.
I get to dig.
And that is
cheek
the end of
chunks.
initiative for a moment.
Oh
Cheek
god.
chumps.
I
You're stuck in it.
had a plan.
As you feel yourself just pushing up against each other, you feel its giant tongue, it's this like the slippery saliva just burning your skin as you sit within its mouth. You begin to hear it
Isaac.
Does it hit the
under
trap?
you.
Isaac.
Does
I'm
it-
just
It
gonna.
doesn't seem to be triggered by it.
Drax is just sitting there going, Isaac,
Can I try something?
We're getting shot.
Isaac, talk to me.
Okay. And that is the end of combat.
I can't die.
We're gonna go ahead and shift focus. Aries,
Shift focus.
Me.
you
Oh, yeah,
enter.
right.
Aries made again.
Shift focus.
Should go ahead and
Shift
present
focus.
this.
Meanwhile, in hell,
I'm sorry.
Aries.
That was really loud, guys. I'm sorry.
Being kind of brought into a small chamber. You see before you a very intriguing sight. A small circular room. It seems to have several kind of entryways leading into it. Inside seems to be
you're in dormant.
strangely, a small pool of water, which is strange because you're already underwater. It's just like almost looks like dark glass. And from the inside, you see what looks to be kind of like a small figure, like a child, who's just like pressing up against the water and just looks broken.
Do I recognize the child?
So you look down into the water. You don't recognize the individual, but you do recognize the features. Freckled face,
Don't do this.
No.
kind of sunken in cheekbones, young. A young furball boy with kind of
Oh, fuck.
tattered and like stringy in front of his hair. And he just like kind of looks out at you,
I've seen
and you
Sylvie.
see. Oh yeah, so you recognize this to be Selby.
Yeah,
Baby,
I
no.
know. I turned into the joyful death when I saw him in my ribcage.
What?
Further in the chamber, you also, as you're looking around, see. What languages do you speak?
Alcuin, Primordial, Elvish, Celestial, Infernal, Silent.
Okay,
And
Infernal?
bitch.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You recognize infernal runes inscribed around where this kind of circular glass, the small pool is, that seem to just be glowing a faint red light. As you're kind of like looking in here and seem to have been brought here, almost like you were received, like a very awful coronation. And as you kind of are trying to get your bearings, you look around and see a familiar face of the woman with flowing dark hair that moves ethereally in the water.
There she is.
Bright, sea green eyes that look at you. Deep, greenish skin shines iridescent like moonlight. And her scales dark that shift between dark shades of emerald, blue, purple, black night.
FBI, this is the whore we're looking for.
She looks at you. And looks at you, Aries. I will show you the chamber. Oh, it's not going.
That's not the chamber.
Those are
Not
the
the chamber.
chamber.
Very pretty.
Further, sitting on top of this pool seems to be an altar of some kind, similar to the one you saw that Nimaya had.
Was the Infernal I saw the red?
So you look at it, it seems similar, but has different runes also ascribed and transfixed to it.
Must be fine. And wanted.
Where's my other one? There she is.
Are you,
Freya,
still,
you
are, you
bitch.
still, are you still paralyzed?
Am I? We're not.
Oh. There she is. Fuck you.
She looks at you. My son. My boy. How I have longed for this day. To bask in the visage of you. My blood. My own. Those land dwellers took you from me. They took everything from me. I have sworn my vengeance. Swore to bring you back to me. And that time has finally come. For you to return home. My son. I have made allies, made friends, waited so long, bided my time. My son. The time has come for you to stand by my side. But first, for us to finally be reunited, you must do something for me. For us. So that those who took you can never take you again. Swear yourself to me. To the one who has sworn to protect you. To the one that I serve. This time that we can be truly reunited. Come on, Darius. Come on. Oh, that's soon.
I don't know.
As we hold you, I will show you.
I'm gonna take a tentative step forward.
So you step forward, try and token.
Walk right up to her. I'm good.
She takes your hand, presses it up against you, and holds it to your own face. And looks in your eyes. You see sorrow, pain, and grief. So much betrayal. But a fierce joy and longing. She can't seem to look you in the face enough. Drinking in you.
You left me.
They stole you from me. Those land dwellers, they took you from me. I have waited so long to bring you back to my side. Fought so hard.
If you're that powerful, if you're powerful enough to brainwash an entire city, but you couldn't have stopped
This power is new. I have made sacrifices. Sacrificed everything to bring you here to me. And now we just must do one more thing, and we can be reunited. Blood can be joined together again.
If you want me to make a deal with the unyielding death,
It is so simple. It is so simple.
I'm not.
Look at you. Take the dagger from your belt. The one that I have given you, have guided you with. The piece of me that lives in you. Take it. Look at it. We are so close. That dagger with the soul of a servant, the heart of a temptress, and the betrayal of a trusted friend can bring you to my side again. 3 of its kind, finally made, so that we might be together again.
What do you want me to do?
Write that down. Write that down.
Sacrifice yourself as servant to the one that I went to, who has given me this power, has promised to bring you home to me. I will give my heart to you. You already have it. To lay it at the altar. And to stab the blade into the heart of a trusted friend. You have 2 with you. 2 land dwellers who you have walked with. Who are here.
I can't.
You must. What have the land dwellers ever done for you?
They've given me everything.
They have brought you horror.
They've given me everything.
And sorrow.
You couldn't.
They took you away from me. What have you seen on the land but horror, torment, and sorrow?
I see love and trust and hope.
That I could give you. That lies here in the sea amongst your people. We can have this. We can be together again. You just need to take the blade. I will guide your hand. We can finally be together, my son. My only
I'm gonna hug her.
She holds her arms around you.
Oh, fuck.
And as she does, you hear a song emanate from her voice. It's the wrong one. And as she sings out this haunting melody, Isaac and Drax,
Yep.
you move forward.
Isaac, there's gotta be a way out of this.
There's a way.
I'm freaking out right now. I'm like bang.
Can
Drax
I-
has begun to bang his head against the walls of this like creature.
So,
Only a moment of time goes by.
I do have.
Less than yes.
Is it dry in there?
No.
Right. Okay.
It is
Wet.
slimy and disgusting,
there-
and acid is poured.
Is there like active
burning on you.
water inside?
I'll say yes, because
Alright, doesn't matter
its gills
too
are
much.
moving like kind of through them. That's
But,
how it
but
moves.
does the tissue seem softer on the inside?
No, it's muscly and just
Okay.
like tight and like tendons. And as you're trying to figure out a way to maneuver out of it, you feel yourself the jaws unhinge as you are brought
Oh, I'm sorry. That was gross.
down.
It's not all unhinging.
As
I like tumble out.
a slimy, covered in acid burns fall in front of you.
I'm like on my back, like tumbling in the water. Oh,
Who's she?
thank the gods.
And you look up and you see Ares embracing
I'm seeing like this.
embracing a woman. A siren. Who looks up. Her bright eyes staring both of you like slits.
Like scramble, I like scramble to my feet.
As it stands.
Swords like pointed.
Isaac's just like arms crossed.
Can I,
Trigger warning?
Yep.
PvP and
Okay.
ritualistic self-harm.
Oh, God.
Great. Let's do it.
Cool.
Okay.
Skip to this time.
I'm gonna turn around and look at Isaac and
You fall away from the hug. Your mother, her hands webbed, hold behind you, her talons ever so slightly press into your back. And she sings and lets the melody fall. You know what you need to do, my boy, she whispers in your ear. As you both see Ares standing forward, dagger shaking in his hand, and looks at both of you.
Ares.
Does Isaac get an understanding of what's happening? Like
Roll an
he's
insight check.
Okay.
But you do hear her, I'll say, you'll figure it out when you hear her say, choose.
Doesn't she say papa?
She does.
Okay, so it doesn't even matter.
That's why I'm saying,
Yeah,
roll,
okay.
get you. That's why he's going to roll the insight
Yeah.
check.
Oh, okay. Insight. Whatever happened to my? I think my character sheet got a little fucked up. Because I should have. It should be a plus 13, so 15.
Okay.
Yeah, part of my character sheet like crashed.
Okay.
So
It seems that she's not hostile to Ares, but you don't really know why that is.
But do
You
I
know
know
that
what
they're not-
Ares?
No,
is
not with
going
the
to do?
15.
Okay. Okay, I figured out why. Okay. No, that's not. Okay, I figured out what's wrong. My character sheet got fucked up, so I need to re-choose my proficiencies.
Okay. I recommend you do that later because this is more
I'm
fun.
sure-
Yeah, let's just
I just did it.
Okay.
Ares, as you look at your friends, or I don't know what they are right now anyway. These sacrificial lambs that have been presented to you to make this decision. You hear Pyrea speak behind you and places her hands down onto the slab of stone and speaks into the air. You, Watatsumi, give your soul a servant in death.
So, I'm sorry, it's a soul, it's my own soul, a servant.
The soul of a servant,
Uh-huh.
the heart of a temptress, and the betrayal of a trusted friend.
Look back in the number. No, James.
I kind of like.
What's going on, Ares?
Put your weapons down.
No. Who is that?
Ares, what's going on?
What did you do?
My mother.
Mm.
Put your
I see your
weapons down.
resemblance.
Both of you.
Give us a good reason.
Ares doesn't have it. He doesn't have any weapons in hand. He's just arms crossed, looking at you.
I,
Ares,
She's not going to hurt you. I promise you.
does Ares have a dagger in hand?
He does have a dagger in hand that he's
What's that
holding.
dagger in your hand
Mhm,
for, Ares?
yeah, uh-huh.
You drop ours, you drop yours.
I'm dropping mine if you drop yours. Yeah.
She was showing me something. My mother, she gave me this.
Can I see if Ares is lying?
Roll a deception check. I mean, roll an insight check.
Months ago, she gave it to me. I was stuck and
16.
He's being truth about being given the dagger, but you get the sense,
Okay.
he says it was a month ago, but you think he's still probably hiding something more.
Ares,
Alright.
I'll put her away. I slide into it.
why are we here?
No.
Yeah, what?
Put it on. Put it on the table. On the altar.
I take it and reach behind and put it on.
Place it down. You, Tatsumi, give your soul a servant to the unyielding death.
Do we hear this?
You do.
Do I recognize the unyielding death at all as a name from any research? Great.
And you
What the
do
fuck is
you do
this
hear her
bullshit?
actually speaking a language that you all can understand.
What the fuck?
You hear
This is
almost like
bullshit.
emanate like whispers all around.
Is that,
echo
is that
off
like
the
a
walls.
blissful death?
No.
It means I can be with my mother.
Ares.
I can be home. Yes.
You see a portion of runes flare into life, glowing deep red.
Isaac, we're way in over our head here.
We are?
You see Hyrea reach into her chest and press into her chest. You see it begins to pull out blood as it begins to move. And you see she plucks out her heart.
What the fuck?
And places it on the altar.
Jax, put your shirts away.
No.
Jax, I kept mine in.
I'm. Mm.
The final.
I like point to Ares' mom. Like, that's not making me feel any better about this.
You can see she smiles and looks at you. Second, third. The circle flares red into life. The final component. These little loads have done nothing for you. Do it!
Ares?
Ares.
Take the blade from the altar and drive it into them! And at this point, I would like everyone to roll for initiative.
Before that, can I actually say something?
Sure.
Ares, do it. Prove me right. Prove me the selfish bastard you are. Kill more of your friends. Do it.
He looks dead at into your eyes.
Prove me right.
You underestimate.
You
Prove me fucking
underestimate my
right.
power.
All right.
14.
23.
27.
Okay.
You're about to prove Isaac very correct if you go through with this.
Yup.
What'd you get, Drex?
14.
Okay. Trigger warning. PvP.
Yes. All right.
Again.
All right.
Let's just give it again.
Yep.
Aries. You're at first initiative. The blade sits on the altar.
It's an interaction with object, and I'm gonna play.
Okay. You pick it up.
And then I'm gonna move over 5 feet to Isaac.
Isaac?
I'm
Or
gonna slash his
I
throat.
don't believe you have sneak attack because there's an ally of mine within
You
5
do not have
feet.
sneak attack,
Because
so go ahead and roll to hit.
because Drax is 5 feet from you.
That is
The popcorn's gonna be spicy.
18.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. And then that is 11 damage.
What kind of damage?
It was 2 cold damage, and then
Isaac.
the rest were shut up.
Okay.
Then the 9 damage was piercing.
Okay, so you do 50 damage? How much? I mean, not 50 damage. How much damage you do? No, I
I
said
did
50.
11 damage total.
Okay. Alrighty. You see the dagger sinks in, and you see the blood that falls from it as it hits you just is sucked slowly into it, but not fully yet. As you can see the runes on it begin to glow just slightly.
Technicality. Isaac is in no means Ares' friend.
No, that's not
Fair.
how it works.
Fair. Fair.
This is in and of itself.
This is in and of
technicality.
itself. This is in and of itself the
That's fair.
Technicality.
Okay.
Okay. So, you see as it sinks in slightly, just a small portion of the runes continue to grow. You're probably going to need to cover the entire blade. Alright. Is that the your turn,
I'm
Ares?
gonna bonus action disengage.
Okay.
I'm gonna move 5 right back.
Okay. You look down, and as you look down, you see the boy has just placed his skinny wrist up against
Oh fuck! I
the
forgot
glass
Sully
and
was here.
look up at you and press up to it. You just put it out of mind. Okay. That brings us to Isaac. It's now your turn.
Oh, the boy.
Is the heart sitting there?
The heart is sitting there.
Does it appear to be beating?
No, it seems to be almost been like slowly, like almost like turning black and sinking into the surface.
Does
of
it look like
And
if it were to
what
take a
right
hit,
now,
it would
the Drax
affect
has no
it?
qualms
Probably
affecting
not.
you,
Okay.
possibly killing you.
I'm gonna look at Isaac. I'm gonna say, just please, I need to be with my mother. I won't
Not at-
kill you. I won't kill you. I just need enough. And you
Not
see,
at the
like,
expense
utter,
of my blood.
utter panic in his eyes.
Okay, Isaac,
And-
that's not your turn.
I'm like begging.
going
He's
to-
he's begging of you.
5, 10. I'm gonna take a. You said I could get one shot off
One
my
shot.
pistol.
You get one shot for pistol.
12 shots.
No, I get only
No, I
one.
know. I know.
There you
What are you
go.
doing?
Fuck.
You see pleading and begging in Ares' eyes.
Selfish bastard. I'm gonna line up a shot at his mother.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
Can I reaction jump in front of him?
Nope.
Okay.
Sorry, Ares. And I'm going to Deadeye shot to
Sorry,
get
bitch.
advantage.
Okay.
Deadeye shot. I'm putting everything into this. Deadeye shot advantage.
Sharpshooter.
Yes, sharpshooter. Thank you. So Deadeye shot advantage. Sharpshooter. And 2 points of. And 2 points for violent shot for an extra 2d10. I'm pulling out all the stops with this
I'm
one.
gonna cutting words here.
So, okay. And I also have Elven accuracy.
Oh wait.
So 16, I'm going to roll at 5 just in case. Okay, 16, 12, 28. Minus 10, so 18.
18 to hit.
7, 11.
Fortune 11 does not hit. As it out, you see she just falls past her, and she just looks at
Second attack.
You ain't getting out of
you.
this.
You will lose this time. All right, go ahead and make your second attack.
Gonna pull Reaper's Remorse just off my back one hand.
Okay. One roll to hit.
and hope I hit.
Okay, you
I
cannot,
can't cutting words.
you're not cutting for this one. How many bardic inspiration do you have left?
I have 2 more.
Fuck it. Use my last grip point for advantage on this one too. Again, sharpshooter.
Okay.
Natural 20.
That'll hit.
Oh.
So
Poetic justice. Poetic justice.
I love the Kraken dice.
You're just like, fuck it.
Just pull it off my back. So
Motherfuckers. No, kill my mom!
21.
Right.
I hope he does.
25, 30, 40. Sorry, 30 times 2, 60, 70, 75 points of damage. Just one hand pull off back, fire.
Okay. Alright. As you unleash it, you look at Ares for a moment that kind of throws it off slightly. You bring the next one around, bring it back, and it goes kind of like right into the side of where the clavicle is, and it hits right in her throat, leaving her unable to sing for an undetermined amount of
Hell
time.
yes.
You can see she holds
She
it.
won't die from that. Does anything happen to the ritual?
See it falter slightly. The second part where the heart is.
And I'm just gonna put my rifle back on my back.
Right, that brings us to.
And hang on, bonus action, can I try and just like dip into shadow and
I'll say it's a circular room.
Okay.
So it's a little bit difficult. There's no real areas of shadow, especially with the light of the ritual that's glowing. But as you do try to like kind of like duck, you look out and you can see what must be hundreds of bodies
Okay.
who have been.
Then I'm going to
You get the
point
sense.
to these bodies and shout, "This is what you fight for? Blood of your, not just your friends, but your own damn people? You're not other than the son of a bitch I thought you were."
And you get the
Is
sense
mask,
that
is the mask
this,
off at this point?
that
Mask
this,
is off!
that this is how the obelisks have been being made within this chamber with the sacrificial blood, souls, and bodies.
This is no mother. This is a goddamn genocide of your own people. And also, when you hit the mask, and the mask just cracked in half. So you just see half of his face, and
You
he's
see
glaring.
it pales, almost like a ghostly within the darkness of the
Phantom of the
water.
Opera.
Within the,
No.
the darkness of the water, and his gray eyes are just staring into you. And brings us to Drax. Is
So
your
many people
turn.
like, but that is the.
Alright.
Get
First
anything
things
from
first,
it.
I'm going to use my bonus action to use Second Wind.
Okay.
That is a D10.
Okay, bonus action, can I do the same?
Sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
I heal 19 hit points. Okay. And now, I'm gonna. You see Draxy tenders himself, takes a deep breath. There's like a bit of a spark of like adrenaline, and he like runs towards you, Ares. I'm gonna attack you.
Which cube are you in?
The one. in front of me.
Okay.
So I move 5 feet. I dropped my dice. Hold on. I think I dropped
So
it.
she can't cast.
Sophia, I think I dropped it in your bag.
She lost her voice, right? I think. Yeah, that's how it works. She can't charm us now. That's for damn sure, I think.
I didn't. Oh, there you go.
20. It's fucking
That was justice.
poetic justice.
I love just the draw.
Okay. First hit. 23.
It's 23 hit. Ares. Go and roll for damage.
What?
Go ahead and roll for damage, I'm saying, for
Oh,
you.
I'm rolling. I'm attacking 3
Oh,
times.
I get it. Sorry, I rolled
12.
damage after I...
Okay, 12 doesn't hit. And.
No.
Alright, in that case, I'm gonna swing at you. I am going to roll for damage. That was unlucky, man. The game doesn't want me to hit you, apparently.
I would give you a +6, but
R.I.P. that PJ. I'm going into Come on.
I deal 23 damage, but, hold on.
What's the butt? What's the massive ass?
Right here.
Stop leaving
Oh,
me in fucking
so
turmoil.
so yeah, 20. I said 23 damage, right?
Yeah.
23 plus 1, so
24.
24 damage. Make a wisdom save.
Why?
Hold on.
How is she looking after that attack I made?
She has blood all, but she's not looking.
Make a
particularly
wisdom
well.
save, yeah.
That is an 18.
Did it quite the damage to her.
let
It's
me-
not like she's on death's door.
I think that succeeds, but let me remind myself.
Yeah, but it's around 2 shots.
12.
Oh shit. Hold on. You got an 18. Okay, so
That's 11 plus your.
it's 8. It just meets 18.
Okay.
So does that?
Yeah,
fail?
that hits. If
That
it
succeeds.
just hits,
No, it's a
then
save.
for you. Then they succeed. Yeah, it just barely succeeds.
Well, I was attempting to goad you into attacking me. I go. If you failed, what would have happened was you would have disadvantage on all attack rolls except for on me.
Well, I was planning on attacking you anyway.
Okay,
so.
well.
Not after I just shot your mom in the
Alrighty.
face.
As I was, I'm just trying to give him a
I'm-
certain
my-
That brings
level
us
of
to-
dog.
Wait, but
Is that your turn?
for flavor, I like slash into you, and I'm like,
Fuck
you want me like
Come at me, bitch.
come at me? Yeah, just basically come at me.
You
but
kind of
say-
like snarl as you sink
I
the
was-
blades into him one after the other.
And
You
then-
can see
but
just
then-
the blood of Ares
but
moving
then,
up.
Yeah, but then he dodges the other two.
Yeah, it's like ducks on Trippy, just looking at him snarl.
And
Okay.
I'm like, hmm.
Alrighty, that brings us to Hyrea's turn.
Who after being hit swings. Is she an ally?
She did.
Okay. Well, don't leave me!
10,
Could've gotten me
15.
Uh-oh.
Is going to attempt to grapple you, Isaac, and looks up at you, Ares, and say, "You've made the choice. You must continue with this one." And it's going to go ahead and try to hold you down so that Ares can hit
Can I
you.
try to use
So
acrobatics
it's going to
to
be,
slip out?
yes, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be an opposed acrobatics or athletics check.
I'm gonna cutting words that.
Bro.
I have one more.
Good.
16.
Take away 6.
Climbed. Okay. 18. She rolled natural 18.
Okay.
So
Does she have any weapons on her?
she does not seem to have any weapons on her, but her claws, her nails look like talons, as she kind of like holds them into you, and then press into you slightly. She says, "You motherfuckers have taken everything from me." She whispers it into your ear, and just is holding you there, and you're almost seemingly brought
Have they
back.
taken anything if I had nothing to begin with? I have nothing. Looks flawed.
Careful not to cut yourself on that edge.
That is the end of
That's the
her.
point of the character.
She is having you grappled. Is going to move. She can't move very far, but is going to move with you forward. 5 feet.
Aaron, I would like
And that
to.
is as far as she can get.
I would, Aaron, I would like to state that I'm going for non-lethal on Ares.
I'm going for lethal.
Not out of kindness.
Not 'cause you care.
Because
Not
he
because
cares
money
about
anymore.
his job.
Not out of
It's
kindness
about
towards Ares, but
survival.
he's going to die if he doesn't. He has to be alive. He's loyal to the king, if nothing else.
Against
Alrighty.
Ares' mother is lethal.
That is
That's fine.
the end of
we can
Hyrea's
kill Ares'
turn.
mom, but
That brings
Ares
to-
is special. Ares has our. We're under. He's under our protection,
That
unfortunately.
brings us to player action. Ares, you're up. Okay. I'm gonna disengage from Drax, and I'm gonna flank. Actually, I'm trying to think about this because I'm gonna get sneak attack. I'm gonna get advantage no matter what.
You have an ally within 5 feet, and she's
If
grappled.
I move
yes.
here,
Yes.
so I'm gonna move here. I'm not gonna disengage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to slash into Isaac with my mom's dagger.
Bruh.
She told me to. I listened to my mommy. That is a 20 to hit. Or
That'll
sorry,
hit.
a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. Then That is
I gotta look at the
4 cold damage plus
4 damage, bro.
that's cold damage, and then plus
Can I respond to this? Think about what PJ would say. Think about what Opal would say. And yes, I'm specifying only using last name. Because I have no respect for her first name, but I'm saying Opal.
20 plus 25 piercing.
25 piercing. The dagger seems to swell and fill further and glows. And as you recognize it and you see the blue runes glow on it, you see it looks like blood in dark water. It's like bright blue. There's a dagger, third of its kind. You've seen 2 others like this before. One wielded by Trinellis when you first met him. The next, you wielded for a brief moment of time. Finally got this interaction, and now you're finally forging one of your own. You dealt 25 points of damage? Okay.
Plus, like 4 cold damage, I believe.
25. Okay. It sees almost filled. That one more attack will have it finally made. As you see the runes flicker red and glow.
I have a feat. I have the
You
dual
have
wielder
feet.
Can I attack with the same weapon?
No, you have to use a weapon in your other hand.
Okay.
Alright, is that the end of your turn, Aries?
I'm gonna give a bardic inspiration to my mother as a bonus action. Actually, never mind. I'm
No,
going
you're
to save my
up.
last
Are
one for
those?
cutting words. I won't more. Okay.
Is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna drink a healing potion.
Okay, you lug it out. You only take half of it because it dilutes as you're putting it to your lips.
Okay.
So you only take half of the healing.
Yeah. Okay.
So just roll normally and just take
Yeah.
half of that. Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. That brings us to Isaac. It's not your turn.
Think about what that elf Opal would say. What PJ would say to this if they were here.
Actually, just Isaac, just focus
And
on
I'm
getting
going to
out.
reach forward. His Ares is right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Reach
You are
forward-
currently grappled, so you have disadvantage if
Okay,
you're
I'm
trying
just,
to attack.
I'm not going to attack Ares. I'm going to pull one of Ares' rapiers from
Okay,
the
I'll
side.
say this will be your action and roll a sleight of hand check to try and grab it.
I'm not trying to.
I know not stealthy, but
Okay.
this is about finesse and being able to grab it from
Can
him
I
as
use
he's
my
moving.
bonus action with cunning action?
I'll say no. This is
Okay.
an action to do so.
Okay.
It's a skill check.
Come on, Isaac.
26.
26. You shink it and grab it from him, and you're now holding it.
Wait,
Alright.
is that a disadvantage?
Only
he's-
tackles have it. Yeah.
Fuck, I can't do this until my next turn.
So you have your bonus action.
Can I try and bonus action just disengage out of this? Like, get out of this?
What's this? Can you read me the specificities of disengage?
Yeah. Hold on. Disengage action, just movement doesn't provoke it. So can I try and get out?
Yeah, I'll say no then.
Okay.
Sorry.
Gotta try and pull her with me.
Unfortunately, when you're grappled, you're
Yeah,
moving to
okay.
0. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
You're just kind of stuck there, but you now have a dagger, a rapier that you can use.
Nice.
Okay. That in your turn?
Inventory. That's the end of my turn.
All right. That brings us to Drax. You're up.
Okay. I'm like, I'm not finished with you yet, Ares. I attack him again.
Okay, go and roll the hit.
You have advantage. You're flanking.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, first hit.
Actually, well, yes, you are flanking. Sorry.
First hit. 21.
That hits.
21. Okay.
Second hit.
My gun. My gun did full
23.
damage against her.
No,
Oh,
yes,
third
it did.
hit.
It seemed to
Okay,
do full
great.
damage.
27.
Worth it. Oh,
Okay, good.
This PvP I actually do like because it's character.
Okay, so I'm pulling out all the stops
the
here.
motherfucker he is.
So the first attack I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to roll damage for this first attack. I'm separating up the attacks for a reason.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you for specifying.
17 damage for the first hit.
Okay.
Second hit. 19 damage on the second hit, but I'm going to spend another superiority die.
Fuck fighters.
Fighters are the best.
If I didn't roll that.
Fuck you both.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna add 1 again
Uh-huh.
to the attack roll, so 20 damage.
Okay.
Make a strength save.
Okay, make sure you're marking all that down, Aries, for...
Yeah. Let's say 10.
That fails. You are prone.
Cool.
As,
You are knocked.
as I slash your back and like cut underneath you and knock you to the ground. And for my third attack, and for my next trick, give me a second. Oh wait, no, this is, never mind.
Never mind.
This is a bonus action that I can do.
Okay.
So for my third attack, I'm going to do something else in that case. Yep, I can do this. I am going to roll for damage first. Okay.
Take damage?
No. 18 damage, and I'm going to spend the third superiority die to do sweeping attack. Would a 27 hit her?
27? 27 would hit.
Okay, so she.
Are you not in range?
This is my special thing.
Oh. But that's...
Number you roll.
Oh, that's not good.
She will take extra 2 damage
Okay.
as
Does
sweep.
she let go after
This is called it's sweeping. It's sweeping attack. As my bonus action, I am going
What
to.
was the last one?
Didn't you use your bonus action to...
Do that?
No, that was last turn.
Oh, okay. You just... Didn't you say, oh, you can do that as a bonus action? Or
I,
was
the,
that
the thing that I'm about to do
Oh,
now.
I see.
That was just my third.
I get it.
Fucking fighters.
Fighters are insane.
What do you think about a monk?
Okay, I'm gonna attack one more time.
Pop pie.
I'm gonna attack one more time.
It's a natural 5.
So 15.
That doesn't hit.
Ah.
Right. Last attack. Actually, it's
I-
advantage though because he's prone.
Okay.
Woohoo! And you're flanking.
Fuck!
Really? The same number twice?
Oh, so another 15?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately it does not hit.
I try to
As-
snap. So basically, you see that I attempt to snap at you with my jaws, but I miss.
Just by inches, you feel the tooth marks like rake against the back of your clothing. Alright, that brings us to Hyrea's turn, who looks up at you, Ares, and says, finish it. And is going to attempt
The Drax.
to cast Plane Shift.
Gas little bitch.
Plane
Oh,
shift?
hell yeah!
It's
Hell
going to
yeah.
hold her action until when you have that dagger complete. Okay. And she's muttering it under her breath and is holding it ready, holding it to the side of her mouth and slowly singing a very quiet tune.
Oh yeah. I'm like, the last thing I'm like trying to go, Isaac, get away from her.
That brings
What?
us to Ares. You're up.
Okay, I'm gonna use my half my movement to get out of being prone.
Okay.
So, up.
Do you really want all this? Down here, this genocide.
More than you
They're
could
in
imagine.
your hands. You do
What
this.
is more than anything I've ever wanted in my whole life? And I'm gonna slash into him.
Okay, go and roll to hit. You have advantage because he's still grappled.
Going for
So you're gonna sneak attack now.
You do get sneak attack.
25.
That'll hit.
Okay. Okay. That is 4 cold damage and that is
You just started a war.
20 piercing.
Okay, 20 piercing.
Yep.
How much gold?
As you let go
4.
of that and sink that
I'm
last
down.
blade into him, the blood fills. You actually needed to take 50 hit points from Isaac, and not necessarily to get him down.
Wait. Well, I took. Oh wait, no, I did.
Took 11
yeah,
of
from-
piercing,
Yeah.
and it still took 11, 25.
Yeah, so I took more from the Kraken.
Yeah. And as you see Isaac crumble, you see Hyrea,
Crumple?
crumple down.
Like he's a stone.
And there's just blood falling from him.
Christmas, what's wrong?
And as
Aries just
he
smiles.
lets go of that, Hyrea grabs the sides of your face. And you vanish as dark tendrils envelop them, and the final rune flares red to life. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Sorry, did I fucker?
Anyway, as the final runes out, you guys hear from up above. And slowly but surely, you see pebbles begin to fall.
I'm unconscious.
Drax,
I like run up. I like,
you are the only one who is
Oh my
conscious.
god, Isaac. And I'm like bumping his chest,
Trying to wake
seeing
him
if
up?
he's still alive.
Roll a medicine check as
Alright.
stones are beginning to fall and the dungeon is beginning to crumble.
Thank God. Medicine, that's wisdom. Non-natural 20.
Okay, you needed a 10. So you managed to get him no longer in death saving rolls. And I'll say because it's a non-natural 20,
I do
you
that.
press him and you see you return to life, still with a little bit of bubble left around you that is left over from what Ares had.
I'm gonna real quick grab the shards of mask.
Okay, you
Actually,
grab
no,
it.
fucking no. I'm just
And
taking
things
this one
you see it's
mask.
beginning to.
I'm just taking the half mask with me.
I have
Okay.
my
ready to do
swords
this.
drawn. Whoa, let's go!
Okay, I'll say all of you. I need you to go ahead and roll an athletics check to dodge all of the oncoming debris and
Child's
swim upwards.
Athletics?
25.
No,
25.
not acrobatics.
No, athletics. It's
Great,
swimming.
great.
It's you're swimming upwards.
12.
A 12. Okay, you're a little bit lagging behind, and you actually get your foot caught as you can see Drax is swimming
I did.
upward. What do you do?
I try to pull him out.
Okay, you try to go ahead and roll an athletics check for me.
Child's play. 21.
Okay, you pull him out and you continue swimming upwards as you're slowly losing air. I want you to go and roll a Constitution check for me.
Fuck.
Is my bubble popped?
Nope, you're still okay because you remain conscious.
13.
Right.
13. Okay, you're holding your breath.
Dude,
You're pretty okay
no.
for right now.
Aaron, can I take my bubble and put it on him?
Nope, you have one. It's sort of like the bubble from like Harry Potter and the
Yeah.
Goblet of Fire. That's what it is.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
The Goblet of
Do you
Fire.
guys continue to swim upwards?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll another athletics check for me.
Don't fuck me.
19.
17.
17. You guys manage to continue to swim upwards, going past debris and rubble, and you can see the blind creature who didn't even see it coming. The Kraken, the undead monstrosity that it is just being covered by this rubble. And you can see kind of the bits of the temple that were left over, and you can see what must be, as you're making it to the top where the town is, hundreds of merfolk slowly coming back to life. And seeing you there trying to swim upward, I will say for the purposes of this, you can either continue to swim and roll another athletics check and try to swim upwards, or you can try to gain their aid with a persuasion check.
I'm swimming.
Okay.
I'm going to try and get a persuasion check because I'm better at that. Just
Okay.
14 for athletics.
14.
all right, persuasion check. Oh, that's an 18.
You need an 18 to succeed.
Charismatic bastard.
So you are swimming upwards,
I'm
and
like,
you
I like assume Isaac's still behind me.
yeah, and you are continuing to swim upwards, and you can see merfolk are coming up to you. So
Do they
the
recognize
mermaids
us?
are all looking around
No.
you, and they don't seem to recognize you. But you see one of them comes up towards you and seems to just like, you are very like taken aback.
What?
She seems to kiss you. You're like, what the fuck?
What
But
the-
it's blowing air into your
I
lungs.
just kind of shrugged.
You're like, is this my sexual awakening?
And that's why he's bisexual.
Because one mermaid.
I was wrong.
As you have life that is breathed into you, as you are no longer like holding your breath for a moment, and you have new life that is refurbished into you. As it seems to be several of these merfolk are swimming upwards with you. Merfolk are kind of like, if you guys are curious, they're like dolphins that like aid humanoids that are drowning. So they seem to be aiding you. So go ahead and both of you make an athletics check now with advantage because you have the aid of the merfolk.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
10.
10. Okay. So it's a little bit more difficult for you. You're still a little bit flustered as to what just happened.
I like, oh,
and you are swimming
yeah,
upwards.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. It takes you about 2 minutes, and your lungs are burning as you're up, and the vision is just beginning to go away a little bit. Roll one final athletics check with advantage because the merfolk are helping you to get to the surface.
Don't do it.
That's an
29.
18.
29.
Finally, you feel like you're just about to break, that you can't go any further. Your muscles are burning and aching until you reach the surface.
So when Drax breaches, the bubble pops. And he goes, oh, and he starts.
You're like,
starts floating on his back.
Just,
like, oh my god,
thank
fresh
you.
air.
I'm gonna leave now. I don't know what I'm thinking of. This is
You see the mermaid
I'm
just
like-
sort of
I
like
see-
has like this like deep this green tail that like ombres into like this golden like like this golden yellow, and she just like looks at you. And, like it's much like awfuler sounding as she's above surface, but then just like dives back into the water. And
I'm like,
swims
Isaac, can we
away.
just wait here for a minute?
Fuck. We need to find temperance.
We need
to find temperance
We need
now.
to speak to the king.
No, we're talking temperance first.
Fine.
Temperance first.
Where do we go?
No, not actually. No, I don't know which is more dangerous, temperance or the king.
Where do we go?
You did what?
If you look around and you can see
Are
it's
you out of your
just
horny little adolescent mind?
you see that it's just open water and this dark sky as night has
Can I
fallen
try and
and
navigate?
stars.
Can I try and like use stars to figure out where
Roll
the
a
fuck?
survival check
Did
for
you
me.
say maybe to be in the show? Did you say maybe to be in the show?
No,
She
I
said
did
no.
not.
Okay. Survival.
Survival.
That's
Oh, thank God.
As I don't really want any
22.
any member of the court. 22. Okay.
I also rolled. I got a 17.
Okay. You both kind of are looking around, and you notice that it seems to be Ursa Minor. It's like right at the edge of the horizon, and you know that is south, and you are currently north, and you realize like where you are in the sky. And you need to realize that you need to move south, because that's where Panama
just
lies.
gonna start survival swimming.
Yeah.
So it'll take some time, but
It will.
It won't
So go
exhaust
ahead and
us.
just roll a general athletics check for me to swim back to shore.
17.
Good luck with stamina.
3.
You, as you're swimming, Drax, you manage to make it through very, very well. You're using your tail and swimming like an alligator, but you're having trouble. So you try to swim forward, you kind of like fall down, and you cannot like move anymore. Your muscles are aching too much. As you can see, him kind of face down in the water is slowly sinking. Drax, what are you
Okay.
doing?
Okay, fine. I was gonna show you me.
1 second, 1 second.
Oh, wait.
There are
I'm gonna-
time.
I'm
This is
gonna
not the
carry-
time.
I'm gonna carry him.
I am not
Okay,
dying.
roll an
because
athletics
of
check.
water.
Roll an athletics check with disadvantage.
Okay. 19.
19. You put him on your back.
I'd swim further with Ares on my back.
You have, and you swim about an hour, 2 hours. You are fading in and out of consciousness. Till you finally make it to the shores of Panmark. Not just outside the city, into the woods, and land on a beach.
Oh, good.
On your
Thank
back.
God. I just lie on my back.
Exhausted.
Drax,
Yeah.
what the fuck are we gonna do?
We're gonna see the king first thing tomorrow morning.
No, we're seeing temperance first.
Fine, fucking.
I
fine.
fear her wrath. I don't fear her nearly as much as I fear the king. She'll know what to do. I feel like she has rights now.
Okay. I just don't want to break the news to her. It's
No,
just,
we owe it to her.
it's too fucked up.
I know. That's why she needs to know. Before we plan.
I like kind of
Fucking
curl up in
fail.
the fetal position and I like try to fall asleep.
I also want to know what she saw. Because the Ares she told us about was not the Ares we met.
Seriously.
Fuck. I'm just gonna pass out.
Yeah, I like throw my like.
You are
swords.
shaking
I
as
like
you
throw. I
Actually,
like,
no. I'm gonna try and make. How far are we from town?
probably a couple hour hike.
I
Nope,
like,
sleep
I
now,
throw
sleep
my
now.
swords off of me and I just like fall asleep.
Isaac just throws his
I
coat
imagine him
over.
just like
Well,
basking like a.
In the half mask, he still has the half mask
Snoozing
on.
on a hot rock.
And you two just pass out on the sands, the tide licking around your ankles as you fall asleep under the stars. A good plot point to end. You guys want to continue to
I
go?
like to
I wanna
keep
keep
going.
going, yeah.
There's some roleplay I'd really like to
First,
do.
real quick. This is what the king. This is what the king's gonna be like.
Fuck the devil.
I'm the square-headed little cousin. Look, you big-eared freeloader, you take that square-headed little cousin of yours and you find Ares and you bring it back, but then we'll find your bodies.
Okay, but I love the buddy cop dynamic. Jax and Isaac, and that's why I hope the king doesn't kill us.
Yes, me too.
Okay. Sleep.
Okay.
Good.
You fall asleep. Thankfully, with those pretty high athletic checks, you guys managed to not take a point of exhaustion.
Good.
You were close, but you do get a long rest, finally. As you look out, it is actually rubbing your eyes, look out, and get a very, almost as it laughs in your face, a beautiful sunrise.
No,
Drax, for a second, Drax was like, was that a dream? No, it wasn't. It looks around, no, it wasn't.
I was gonna just take the mask off and first I just look at the broken, like, cracked half of it.
It looks, I like look at it, I'm like, it kind of looks cooler that way.
I think something else. I'm just gonna stow it for now. Not
I need a
walking there and
cloak.
stuff.
I can't show my face when I have the pin mark.
I take off my coat and give it to you.
Thank you.
No one's seen me as stuff, so I should be good. I'm just gonna walk in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I flashed my card at the guard.
Go ahead and roll. Are you going? You can either go the hike around the city, like you can go into like the area where the King's Court is.
Yeah,
Or you
I
can
think we would both rather go around.
Okay. So you take the longer hike around, go and roll a survival check. It's pretty easy to make it there, but this is just to kind of hike it and make it there in a timely
22.
fashion. 22? Okay, yeah, easy enough.
It's 50.
You needed higher than a 5, so you're good. You venture through the woods, soaked. Water is sloshing in your boots as you're
My
walking.
baggy pants.
Your baggy pants.
I
You
just
kind of
take
wring
off
them out a
one
little
boot.
bit. Then just like
A
just
jellyfish
yeah. You see a little bit of a crab that are like and just
Take off pistol, shoot it.
scutters
Grab.
away, and you.
Your pistols are broken.
I don't know.
They're not broken.
No, I could only get one shot off of them.
Yeah.
Off of my pistol and my rifle.
So
I use that shot very well.
you did. So you venture forward, and you make your way towards the gates.
I
Flash
just
your
shove it
cards.
for-
You see they both look at the cards, and the guards look at each other.
It's been a very, very bad couple of days.
Just let us through. I like go off this way.
They give a very knowing look to one another, a look of fear, of like, oh shit, we're getting in here more than we want to. So both of you just by nature of your position. Roll an intimidation check.
Yeah, he's not from
14.
28. Sorry, not 28. 18.
You see
Not 28.
kind of human man, dark skin, sword brandished on his armor, looks up at you and says, keep your head down. You got folks looking for you.
What kind of folks?
I think we can make it.
Ours or someone else's?
Both. You've been good to me. You especially. So I'll do you this solid. But
We just need to find evidence. Does the king want our
I won't
heads
say.
or answers?
I can't say. Let's just say I hope he's quick.
I'm just gonna keep my hat pulled over.
hood's pulled over my eyes. I kind of like.
And I
Kinda
want
like
to
sulking a
find
little.
Temperance.
Yeah.
Find Michelle and leave so I can
Mm-hmm.
Roll either deception or stealth check.
stealth.
Stealth.
And then an investigation check. To find
26 for stealth.
Okay.
25 for stealth.
Okay.
And then investigation, not terrible.
Uh,
I forgot I have +5 to intimidation, but.
So that's a 25 stealth and a 29 investigation.
19 investigation.
Okay. Takes you about an hour. But it seems like she's also been looking for you two.
Good.
And you guys find her kind of in the back alleyway of sorts. Right, kind of like in between the territory, far away from the vices, on the western half of town. Kind of right by the gates. Finds kind of a small area and brings you to it. You see she looks almost like a much older woman, almost hag-like. Long nose with like bumps all over it, tangled mess of hair, looks like a beggar. You've seen this persona of hers before. And she walks forward and she drops form. Pure white skin. A shock of white hair that falls around the sides of her face. White, snow white eyes, and kind of darkness underneath. And she hugs you both.
I was gonna say, Drax is
Yeah.
Drax is like immediately hugs back.
Isaac's first reaction is,
She's more so hugging
I know.
Drax.
I know, I was just,
I'm
know what
still
happened?
holding on.
And you see as she hugs it, she kind of like shifts back and her form returns to that of what you were familiar with.
do you know
I
what
thought you
happened?
were dead.
No.
I thought you would.
I thought we were dead too.
I thought he.
He tried to kill me.
Tried to.
He almost did.
Mm-hmm.
The devil?
No.
No.
He's been after.
Ares.
What? Wait, no. Hold on. First you, then we'll explain.
Word got around about what happened on the docks. The Ares, he died.
He didn't die. We escaped the docks.
King, he's been gunning for your heads. He sent the devil after you. I got the reading this morning. I thought.
Ares isn't dead. He's very much alive. He tried to kill us.
But
His mother found him.
I hate to say it, Isaac. I don't think that helps our chances.
I know. We did our jobs. He's alive.
It was through his insubordination that he.
Did anyone
he's
see you as you came through here?
One of the
Not that
guards.
we know of. No.
He needs to die.
No,
He needs to die.
He helped. I need them. I need to speak to the king and tell him.
You
it's
can't.
something
You can't. He'll kill you. You need to run. You need to get out of here. I figured out why. I did some snooping I wasn't supposed
He's
to
his
be.
father.
Yes.
You tell him. But Ares is by no means dead. Ares isn't dead.
It's worse.
He's alive.
It's worse.
Where is he? Why isn't he with
With
you?
his mother.
He's with the king's
Hang on,
wife.
hang on. First off, first
I
things
guess.
first. Okay. First, he got PJ and Opal killed. The incubus friend, he's disintegrated.
That
Then
we
we-
like literally all of our everybody that Ares was with is gone. It's
He
terrible.
got them killed. We ended up going to Atlantis.
Atlantis.
Found his mother. He did some kind of culty ritual shit. Nearly killed me. And he ran off with his mother, I guess. He was gone by the time I woke up.
We barely got out alive.
I'm sorry.
He's not the man. He's not the man you thought he was. Michelle.
I know. I sacrificed everything for him.
We'll find him.
Make him. I'm so happy you're safe.
Can you?
That means
any
that means
sweat?
more
Can
to me
you
than
get
me.
it out there. He is alive. That he betrayed the king's court.
Mm-hmm.
Became an enemy. That he's an enemy of the king's court.
Get that.
No, our job wasn't to keep him an ally. Our job was to keep him alive. We did our job.
Yeah. What is it?
I need Ares alive for plot reasons for my campaign. Okay.
Just so you.
Anyway.
Well, with Jeremy's alternate timeline thing, it can still work.
That's true.
Also, fuck Fishbeard. I hate Fishbeard.
Fuck Fishbeard.
Can you get any message?
I will. That's my job. I'll kill the hermit.
This. And I give
You
her
need. You two need to get out of
I know.
here.
First, this was his. I gave her the rapier.
Michelle, I know you listen. As one of, ironically, one of the people who's been with the King's Court the longest, the King values more than anything loyalty.
He is irrational. He is maddened. You need to trust me. I wasn't supposed to see that. I wasn't supposed to know that. You can come back. I'll get word around, but you need to go now.
Okay, we need.
For now.
Isaac. We're going to leave. Yes.
Isaac, I can't. This is just another act of betrayal.
I will get the word out.
Drax.
I'll share your innocence, but if you stay here, they're not gonna hear your case. You know what the devil.
I have a place.
You know who the devil is. You know what they're like.
I have a place. A place in Edonia that we can go to.
I can't leave Denmark.
You're not leaving Panmark. You're surviving.
It's literally the only thing I've ever known. That our little escapade today is the only thing that I've ever seen.
Drax. I know you just met me. I need you to trust me. You're the only real friend I've ever known. I need you to trust me. Temperance is right. You need to leave.
You're not leaving forever.
We'll be back. Do you have any way of reaching out to us on our status here? But for now,
Temperance.
I have a sending stone
Michelle.
that I got.
Michelle, is the King mad at you?
He doesn't know.
You have to do this. Tell him. Can pass his message along and write it down.
You see, she takes out a kind of small little piece of charcoal from behind her ear.
I
Writes
see,
down
you write
exactly
this
what you're saying.
Isaac's going to start writing down. Isaac has paper.
Put it in what?
Tries to try it out.
Let's go there.
Send this message along. Okay? Did our job. Ares is alive. But he betrayed us. He is with his mother. He's with the benefactor of the joyful death.
He's become an ally of the joyful
He's
death.
become an ally of the joyful death. We have done everything that we can to prevent this, but
His mother was too powerful.
we need your help. Tell him most of all that we need your help and understanding, and his help and understanding and guidance. We need. We're endlessly sorry, but we upheld our end of the deal. You're in your great wisdom, King. You should not let your anger be blinded by this. You can tell him whatever you want that I'm saying, but I'm getting all of my thoughts out there, and I want him to know. I want him to know. I would rather be there myself, but
Isaac is going to also.
I'm not the smart one here.
Isaac's going to take.
Tell him I said all that. Tell him that I will always be loyal to them, and I would never betray him intentionally.
This is my family, the only true family I've known. We need to understand, we were double-crossed by Ares.
Part of this is our fault, but we would never betray him.
We just understand, we did everything in our power.
I know.
He doesn't.
He will know.
Thank you.
This place will be safe for you again. For both of you.
For now,
I promise.
I need you to hold on to two things. I take out the death card and the death mask. I'll be back for these.
They're alone.
I'm keeping mine. I'm still a member of the King's Court.
Always.
Do you think we have... Also these, and I pull out the cigarettes that were given to me by the Wheel of Fortune. I'm not taking any chances. I take a matchbox, light them up, set down the fire, just toss them and let them burn in the corner.
You know
Yeah,
what?
they're probably dry by now.
I go, you know what? Fuck you. I take off my swords.
No. You'll need this.
No. This is a symbolic gesture here, Isaac. I am nothing without these. I am nothing without the King's Court. And you know what? I take the strength card and put it with them.
I'll get the jester. I'm not saying goodbye forever. Just
No way in hell.
see you later.
Isaac's just gonna kind of offer a hug. Confused, not sure what to do.
She comes up to you.
I'm bad goodbyes.
It's your sad face. I think that's better for both of us.
I hug Michelle
Too
again.
much vulnerability between you and me.
I hug Michelle.
She gives you a
again.
wink.
Isaac has no idea what the fuck that means.
I hug Michelle again.
She's like a little taken aback by it, but then also gives you a hug.
No, Zach actually has no idea what she means.
She says, basically saying like, I was vulnerable before, never talk about it again.
Look,
Isaac still doesn't know what
Yeah.
she means.
I turn to go, but I turn quickly.
And
I
as you
kinda-
turn to go, at the same time I get the sense of what you're gonna say.
I turn around, I smirk a little bit. I say, you should probably tell Zacchaeus that Isaac's alive.
I'll porch him with it for a bit.
Actually, no, don't tell him that. It's better that he thinks I'm dead.
Isaac. Just give him one thing.
No, he doesn't. No,
Give him
no.
something for a
It'll
change.
be far more convincing that even he thinks I'm dead. Because I don't think he gives a shit about me.
Whatever.
There's somewhere that he does.
And
No, there's another place we could go.
the two of you, don't die.
We'll certainly try.
Okay. I better start getting more out. You should get out of the city when you can.
I'm gonna remove Ares' rapier from my inventory.
I'm gonna remove my weapons.
Thank you
I'm gonna have to teach you to use the gun.
for everything. Truly.
It's again my glass.
And it's Mist,
This?
Yeah.
my true name.
Yep. That's your name.
I won't use it. I don't have to.
It's not really like that, but you know.
I was just gonna take the sanding stone, just kind of. I'm assuming our sanding stone's like
Yeah.
a stone or like an
It's like a
just-
earpiece. Hey, don't let anyone know you had that. I only kind of get one of them, so.
I don't know.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
I wanted a sending stone with temperance for so long.
And she goes into the alley and slips away with the crowd. Do you get out of the city?
Where we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
head towards
I
the-
turn to Isaac. I
Towards
say,
the
where are we
Guardian
going?
Empire?
We have two options. My old apartments or my mother. I think apartments better, though I really don't want to share. It's a really small building. It's a really small building.
I'm a really small lizard.
And there's some
Let's
stuff
go.
there's some things I'm gonna have to clear up before we get there.
That's fine. Let's go.
I have no idea what he has there. what did you find?
So, as you guys venture out of the city, go and roll a stealth or a deception check to make your way into town.
27.
32.
32. Okay, and what did you get?
27.
27. You guys slip into the shadows, move through the city, get one last look at Pan Mark, but you think will be a long while. And move into the woods. Would you guys like to continue?
I would like to see what's in my apartment.
Okay.
Keep going.
Also,
I'm assuming I have the keys.
Aaron, at this point, because this has only been like a day and a half, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Yep. Okay.
What?
Yep.
Wait, is PJ still alive currently?
Nope.
I'll look over your characters. That's why I was saying we can't do it in Panmark, because
That's why I said
of running into Panmark. Oh, okay.
See, part of me
I'll
wants to
look
go-
into it.
Or in the forest between.
Well, I'll look into it. I'll have to actually like spend time with you and discuss this. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Can we see on the travels there, whenever we're taking long rest, I'm teaching Drax to use a gun.
Okay.
If you're
It
down
does.
for that.
It will take you. Actually, wait. It takes them about a week of travel to get there.
Yeah.
So actually, they would
During the long
possibly
rest, just stop.
And this, if you guys decide to go back there, I'll say probably. 'Cause
I left the letter.
You did. You did. Okay.
I have the apartment keys with me, right?
You do.
Okay. For the sake
You
of
might
not
need
to
something
back.
more than
Yeah.
apartment keys to get through your door.
What?
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh dear.
What
Okay.
did you do?
Okay. So we'll say for the sake of brevity,
Okay.
I'll say roll a survival check. To basically travel for the next week and a half to get to the Ionian Empire.
14?
14?
17.
Okay. So you needed on average to get between those numbers. So you needed a 15. You needed a 15. So I'll say it averages out. You guys take the time.
Got that lizard folk instincts.
Yeah.
Help us get
Yeah,
food and
you're
shit.
doing target practice.
Yeah,
on
and
the
you're
long
learning
rest.
slowly but surely how to use a gun. Well, you kind of get week and a half of practice. You'll have to probably spend about a month and a half to gain
Okay,
proficiency. But we'll
It's gonna
say
be a
this-
hobby for now.
Yeah, we'll say the starts of a proficiency. Ventures through the forests.
I might have something in my apartment that you might like, or I have some ideas.
And finally, make it to the RM1 district. Basically the college town of the Ionian Empire, where 3 colleges reside: Wormwood, Unimir, and Daedalus.
Which one's my college?
Wormridge.
Wormridge. This takes back memories. Just gonna check.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you go up, move through the town. You see exhausted college students, bags under their eyes, carrying lots of different kinds of books. But as you're going out in the city, you notice an increase in the number of the Ironblood, the Warforged guards.
Alright.
Yes.
Are there any? Do I see any lizard folk at all?
Go to a perception check for me.
Was afraid you'd say that. Perception.
Oh, also, the whole travel trip there, I
It
was
was 16.
16. You see a couple Dragonborn, Kobold. There's probably maybe one, but you don't see any, unfortunately, not with that 16. You venture through the city, lots of coffee shops, libraries, giant kind of schools that have ivy kind of
How
growing on
different
them.
does this look?
It is much, there's more invention and the more creativity within places. There seems to be a younger demographic, as this is seemingly mainly just majority college-age kids. Some are wearing uniforms, others are just bundled up wearing school gear. There are what you seem to be a giant hot air balloon, it seems to be an airship that is flying above, and you can see gears.
Oh, they finally finished that design.
What
and
is
you can
that?
Flying boats.
Oh,
And you see all
right.
sorts there's moving gears, and people are testing out inventions in the streets. Some people are actually, you see certain students are clustered together, seem to be studying for something, and there's hustle and bustle about. But eventually, you make your way towards kind of where the apartment complex is.
Before I go there, I would like to try and find a spot where I could find ledgers of people, addresses, like a phone book, and I'm gonna try and
Like a
figure out.
library?
You probably
I'm gonna
have.
try and figure out who PG's family was, so I could tell them what happened while I'm
Okay.
here.
Do you ever hear Peter's last name?
Oh yeah, wait. Are we in Agonia and nothing bad has happened?
You'll see.
Yeah.
Just gonna ask around about a PJ kid, describe him.
Okay, so you
Actually,
kind of
wait,
go
have I
to
met Otto before? Would I have met Otto before?
probably
Okay.
not. He lives in a different district,
Okay.
so
Just gonna ask around.
I'll go to an investigation check for me.
Oh.
18.
You actually end up running into an older middle-aged kind of half-elven woman, kind of large crow's feet, a very what seems to be a very big kind of perm, and she's has these big glasses, and she's just kind of looks at you.
Linda?
And she's holding a stack of books.
white hair.
An asshole?
A little bit.
She's like chewing some gum.
No.
I didn't think he was gonna return those library books that I got from either. Yeah, I saw him a little bit ago. He was at the Wormridge Library. I think he went that way, and he points the direction. She points in the direction where your apartment is. She has these large, kind of like taloned acrylic fingernails.
What do you mean recently?
Like yesterday around noon.
Isaac, who is this?
PJ, the kid.
He's alive?
Yeah, darker skin,
Booking it.
cold eyes.
Thank you so much. Booking it.
I'm like.
Toodaloo.
Thank you so much.
I like wave. And I
He's
like,
gonna return the library books. Ka!
I'm gonna. Once I get to that library, I'm gonna ask about him.
Okay, you go to the library. Did you go to the library or the direction that she pointed in?
The direction she pointed.
She pointed into the direction where
Okay.
your apartment is.
Okay, I'm gonna go towards.
Okay, you go towards your apartment, like move through. You're like trying to find the keys. You jam it through, and it's for some reason it's not going through.
Drax,
yes.
I'll replace the lock later. Can you do something about this?
Yes. I'm gonna
Yeah.
body check the door.
You go to an athletics check.
Alright.
Did they see what I did?
29.
You open the door and you see it has been welded shut from the inside.
What the fuck? This is my goddamn house.
And you enter in, and you expect it to be like kind of dusty and dirty because you haven't been here in a while, but you see it is pristinely clean, like someone has just very recently cleaned
They're
it.
fucking squatters. Just yelling on it. All right, you may not squat rights when you're alive, but not when you're dead.
Isaac goes, Drax goes, Isaac, I like, this is what I do.
You kind of like look around.
I'm like,
There's a lot
please,
of things I don't want people finding in here.
Have some mercy for the little guy here.
So you kind of look around. Go to roll a perception check for me.
Yeah, dude, what's in here that I recognize?
All sorts of stuff.
17.
17. Okay, so as you enter the apartment, I'm gonna describe it first. It's a pretty small apartment, a high rise. On the back wall, it's all like everything is like a one room. So you have a small kitchenette that has a couple of like seating areas, refrigerator, stove, and all of that kind of stuff. In that one area. On the back, you see there's a small kind of sitting area with a couch, two kind of squashed armchairs, and a coffee table. And on the other kind of side of that of the room is a kind of like queen-size bed, some quilts on it, and next to that is kind of right over here is a bookshelf and a desk. And kind of on the back side, kind of near where the entryway is a kind of the entrance into basically your workshop that you've so lovingly named the Stronghold.
Above the door.
That's cute.
And
College.
you see that you kind of
You'll
like,
understand it later.
and you see as with that perception check.
There's
you
also a
see-
ramen cup on the ground.
Yes, there's a ramen cup on the ground, as some people probably been eating.
I-
New
I-
food is stocked in the fridge.
I haven't, real quick, Isaac, I haven't been to regular school yet.
And
We'll fix that. We'll fix
And
that.
you see, sitting down is your copy, a very well-loved copy of a biography of Iranius, where you have basically highlighted the bits and pieces that like inspired you and kind of helped you to like do what you're gonna do. And you can see, placed inside of the book, you find the book,
hey, look at this.
seems to be a picture of you and an old fling, a Polaroid photograph.
We're gonna.
And
totally has a
over,
copy of
and
that.
also
Isaac.
underneath that, very handsome, kind of like young man, chocolate brown skin, curly dark hair, kind of like light eyes, is like holding like from the behind. And you can see also placed inside this biography is a note. What does the note say, PJ?
To whom it may concern, Ruby and I, Pamak Nosif, sorry. PJ. We had to use this apartment. I'm pretty sure this is Isaac Fannin, Lucilian, whatever his name is.
Basically, you see the two last names of.
So anyway, we had to use the stronghold, and we were using the space while we recover from a wish spell. We're going with Azet. Iranius needs us. We did take some books out of the library under my name. Please pay those back if there's late fees. Don't get kidnapped. Don't stay up past curfew. I'm sorry if Isaac is reading this. We had to use your place. Also, fuck Aries.
Yes, fuck Aries.
Come on!
Is there
not
anything
even lying.
missing?
You
Is there anything
You're
missing?
reading this out.
You're hearing PJ. Is
okay.
anything missing?
Using
Huh?
the stronghold?
Is anything missing
Fuck Aries.
So PJ took metal from the stronghold. He did take some extra ramen cups. He did take some of the books. And he did take some Polaroids.
Okay. So you go through and try to find some things that are missing, some embarrassing photographs, a couple of you don't mind so much about some of the like metal that was taken from the armory, as most of like the stuff that is down there is stuff that you either deemed like, you know, it was a failed project, wasn't worth it anyway, or very embarrassing, like old, like, you know how like an artist is when they look at their old work, and you're like, I hate this, I despise everything about this, and you're looking at it and you're like, oh my god, why did I think that like a strange spikes on the back was a good idea? That was a terrible idea. And it was sort of like you were still like in the phases of figuring out your like style and how you're gonna make things, and so a lot of it's like, you know, dismantle stuff of that, you're like, okay, thank god that's destroyed. But you're kind of like a little embarrassed, and you kind of take a blanket and hide some of the stuff that's there.
Just take. Wait, what?
Not the girdle pieces.
I'm seeing like fascinated with like little machine parts on the ground.
Yeah, you see like a tiny little like it's
down.
like it seems to be like a moving chameleon that's like pieces like it's
The forge has been used recently.
What?
Do I find the remnants of any previous project, like a shotgun? Like talk about that a little bit.
Again, it's sort of like a little bit, but it's again nothing feasible to use.
Okay, not yet.
Not yet.
So again, it's actually talking about basically the way it works. You fold this part down, you put in two things.
You're very interested in the chameleon. It's just like going up your arm and shifting from colors.
You can keep it if you want.
Maybe.
Charles is its name. Anyway, yeah, you see it in Elvish. Can you read Elvish?
No.
All right, that's on the list of things to do.
No.
You are going to school.
I'm keeping his.
You are going to school, young man.
I might indulge you.
Anyway, I'm going to. Okay, multiple questions. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Are you still alive?
We're gonna go talk to. Fuck, I guess we're going to the capital.
We're gonna talk to this Arrhenius guy?
Arrhenius? He inspired everything that I've done with
yeah,
this.
I know you've talked about him a lot. We're actually gonna see
How does
him.
PJ know him personally?
Isn't he like the king or something?
Yes!
Yeah, I guess we could see him.
Second one.
Yeah. While I'm here, can I restock on ammunition?
Okay.
Like how many bullets can I?
I'll probably
like just how many can I increase it
like
to?
50.
Okay, so I have 50 of each.
Yeah, I'll say.
Okay.
What I need to do is I need to go shopping.
Oh, this is the place to do it.
You know that you've been to the capital a couple of times. That there's a large marketplace where like inventors go that are ones that are like finished and started doing their professional work. That's where they sell stuff. But you know, there's a lot of work in progress here that's available for purchase in the city.
I'm like, I can't believe I managed to keep all of my money. This is like a new record. I have been sitting on a mound of cash and I need to spend it.
Saving is a virtue.
I know, but I need like.
Okay.
I kind of regret getting rid of those weapons. Honestly.
So I have like 33.5 gold pieces worth of bullets on me.
Can we go shopping real quick?
No time. We need to go. We need to go.
Fine, we can go after.
Just gonna restock pistol belt thing. I'm taking that back. I take the duster and put it over the sauce. I'm not riding around like open. I'm assuming there's like open carry laws and you're allowed to carry whatever you want. Sorry, I'm like, never mind.
Although to be fair, it's education to district.
Second Amendment is totally fine.
Let's go.
They need to change that in this area, but that's fine.
Let's go. We're gonna see the king. Let's go see the freaking king.
I'm gonna head to the capital, very, very giddy and very nervous.
Okay.
But not showing it.
So, you guys make your way, basically, within the Egonian Empire, there are basically teleportation areas where there are sigils that are carved and you need to pay a fee in order to move through them. They're basically lyceums. And to move through the lyceum, you have to pay a small fee to travel between the different districts. As you enter through, you can see what seems to be like a dwarven woman, kind of like a large, kind of blonde beard that's tied back, rolled up sleeves, suspenders, as she's kind of sitting there. What can I help you with?
We need to get to the capital. I have a letter from a person. Do you know Bavak Nosib by any chance?
I can't say I have.
Okay, that's fine. But we need to go to
We
what's
need
the
to
name
speak
of
with
Zach?
the king.
Zach Isaac, we know the districts. No. Isaac, we know the name of the districts. Like roughly.
It's the EM1.
We need to go E1.
EM1. Unfortunately, the EM1 district is closed because of the recent attacks.
The
Trust me.
tracks?
It is very urgent. As in eyes only.
You're gonna
Roll a
have to do better.
persuasion check.
Yeah, Isaac, you're gonna have to do better than that. Drax just says.
22. I implore you.
You've thrown a couple extra gold pieces.
Absolutely, I take out 10.
Do it.
To ensure future friendship.
To ensure future friendship.
It's a secret to everybody.
She takes it, sits down. That's gonna pay for my student loans.
Oh yes, I fully understand. I went to school here.
Works.
Class of...
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that's all.
You look
Isaac,
younger.
let's go.
Look at the sorry. Yeah, working on my master's right now. Anyway,
Oh, good luck, good luck.
Thank
You'll
you.
be fine.
thank you. I'm gonna need it.
Alright.
Right back there. Second door to the right.
Okay, gonna go.
Okay, you enter through, and it's a very beautifully made building, kind of like white marble, and you can see into the second room. There's a teleportation sigil where you basically get given a coin, like it seems like a wooden coin, and as you step down, you see it flares to life, and you enter into the EM1 district. Last time you saw the capital, it seemed full and vibrant with life, invention, ingenuity, but now the streets are barren.
We're going to go as quickly as possible to like the basically Capitol building, whatever it is, where we would find maybe Oranius and hopefully
The-
DJ.
What the hell happened here, Isaac?
I don't know. I think this is what the kid was talking about.
Ironblood guards are walking in the streets.
I'm gonna try to stealth.
Okay, go and roll a stealth check.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow suit. 28.
25.
25. Okay, so the main building is actually, even though the best way to I can describe it is like a castle, but it's almost more like it's a giant research facility. The lower floor is basically allowed for anyone and everyone to come in and research whatever they like. And the upper floors is where business and lawmaking and dealings are done, and in the highest floors are where the actual emperor and empress live.
Well, you need to do it from top floor. I'm sure. I'm going to. Is there like a person at the?
As you come down, I can see two Ironblood guards are standing guard outside at front and kind of look you standing there.
Favak Nosim. We're here to see a kid named Favak Nosim.
Bavak no see. You kind of seems to receive some kind of information. PJ, you see a guard, a warforged, as you are. Where are you currently working?
I'm in the forge with Oranius.
Okay, you see a guard. Walk down the stairs.
Dead, huh?
We were trying to trick you guys. Love you.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Damn. You're trying.
Oh,
There is a visitor at the door for Bavak no see.
Underdark?
No. An elf and a lizard folk.
Where's Ruby?
Oh, he says a half elf. My bad. A half elf and a lizard folk.
What about Ruby?
Would you like me to inquire about the location of Ruby Opal?
Yes.
Seems to send out a message.
I didn't say saying that. Tell him to say that something bad happened to Ares.
You hear she's
She's alive.
resting in her chambers.
So they are alive.
She is dead.
You see Oranius sort of like pats her shoulder and says, "You can handle yourself if it's anything wrong. Do you want me to come with you?"
It is safer for you to stay here.
Very well. I'll tell Shoulder in case it's something dangerous. You know how to contact me?
I'm going to post they aren't dead. Context
PJ
list
winks
in
at
general.
you so hard. Or winks at Oranius so hard, like,
Okay with that. You see, he sort of like puts back his sleeves, puts on his overcoat, starts to kind of put things away, and tries to make himself look a little bit more presentable. He still tries to look nice after all these years. Walks out and kind of moves to kind of the upper chambers. You are escorted by this Warforged guard, who leads you down with him. Down, past the lawmaking places. And for about 15 minutes ago, you're like, what is taking them so goddamn
Is he
long?
alive? Is he even alive? What's going on?
And you see the door opens up, and you see PJ standing before you.
How did you get here?
PJ.
PJ draws his pistols on both of you.
I like
Ares joined the
Drax
rifle
begins
back.
to rush in for like a hug, and then he like,
Whoa.
whoa.
And you hear Isaac speak up.
Hang on. Ares joined the unyielding death.
Whatever that means.
His mother.
Yes.
Yes.
Almost killed me. Got a good shot in on her.
And our king
No.
is Ares' father, I think.
And
what
how do I know
hap-
the king hasn't sent you after me?
We're technically supposed to be dead.
We've been disowned a little bit.
Yeah. They thought we killed Ares, but because we were in Atlantis for a few
And,
days.
well, I have a place here, which we're gonna have to talk about.
He puts his
I would like
guns
this-
in his
I would like
shoulders
the
like,
photos.
yeah.
I would like those Polaroids back.
Oh, the Polaroids.
Those are important to me.
Fair enough. And then he puts his gun in his holsters. You can tell he's not, like, he doesn't look like he normally does. He has a different shade of clothes because he was working on something. He has grease on his face and not his hands.
Is your
working
hair
on
still pink?
My hair is still pink.
But his eyes are gold.
Instead of pink.
What happened to your eyes?
Now that's a long story.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Although,
But
someone needs to hear from you more than I do.
As you're speaking outside, you hear a. It seems like one of the Warforged guards had just like distantly out in the city, had smashed the skull of some kind of creature in the distance, and basically
Isaac's-
sort of it.
Come with me.
No, it
Isaac's
seems
rifle's up.
again, PJ. You realize that's been happening a lot. That it's not something that you probably have to worry about.
I know, but he's still worried.
Okay.
But
So just so you're aware,
he's afraid
it
for
is
some reason.
way far off in the city,
Yeah.
on the distance,
But
and
still-
it's something you've been hearing a
We probably
lot.
should still not be
Yeah.
outside.
So PJ is like very frantically gestures to you guys and is like starts running and then he urges you guys to follow. He's running towards Ruby's quarters.
Okay, so you guys both lead it inside,
So, did-
and the door closes behind you all.
how did you survive? We thought you were dead.
Yeah.
Ruby cast wish, but we ran into some complications.
How the?
Meaning,
Well,
did they
okay.
torture you? Did Mika torture you? What happened?
Mika.
Assassin. From the
White hair, the one that
Long
got banished Muriel.
Oh, well, I do remember water and almost drowning, and then coughing myself awake in a certain apartment.
How?
Okay.
How?
College faces. You'll understand when you're older.
I've already graduated from college.
Impressive. You'll understand when you're older.
I don't have that kind of attraction towards people.
Okay. For sure.
I mean,
Uh,
but how did you wake up in Isaac's apartment?
As I said, Ruby cast wish. Given the criteria, we were sent to Isaac's stronghold. Your stronghold.
Again, college.
Decisions were made,
But
not necessarily good ones, but
Part
they
of-
were made.
part of the spell went wrong, and Ruby is incapacitated for a couple of days. We need to
Meaning?
lie low because
Meaning?
people are after us.
Incapacitated meaning.
Let's just say it's going to be rough for her to even move her body, let alone cast magic for a bit.
Then let's.
Is that what wish does, Isaac?
Hell if I know. I mean, my mother told me a little bit about the spell, but I didn't really listen to that.
PJ is scared. You can tell PJ's scared to look at you in the face or like in the eyes.
What's happening
He's
in the city?
he's avoiding your gaze.
What's happening in the city?
You know, what the hell happened?
PJ looks around. Does he see anyone listening in?
You are currently, you were moved past the kind of the open research area where there's not as many people as there would normally be. There's still like people who don't have homes, and this is kind of turned into a makeshift like
Shelter.
for people who
Are homeless.
are homeless.
A homeless
And
shelter, if you will.
actually have slowly been like, getting to learn and basically read and do research here. You move into more of the lawmaking area, where more of the legality and the aspects of rulership are, and there is a kind of a meeting room that you can slip into if you'd like to have a more private conversation. So you slip into one of those. See a long table, your flowers sitting. It's all mechanic. It seems to be mechanical as the flowers kind of bloom, almost like they're made of metal. They're like metal roses that slowly like bloom and then close up again, then bloom and close up again.
My mother was doing mechanical and engineering research for higher powers, government, what have you. But she created a labyrinth for her to do work privately. Because what she was discovering and working on should not have been through the public's eyes. And this labyrinth has been taken over by the Underdark, and people of the city are suffering, and attacks are more frequent. These attacks, we believe, are being caused by a beholder. And it is going after the assistants and engineers of the Warforged and people associated with my mother, Anastasia Nosif.
Do I recognize the name?
Roll a history check.
Uh, 12.
+6.
She's a very...
18.
You needed a 10. You're okay. She's a pretty famous engineer. You've actually... Some of your textbooks were written by her. She is a famous engineer for manufacturing the new kind of Warforged, specifically the invention of clockworks, that are more realistic forms of Warforged. Further, they have more autonomy than the standard kind of Warforged guard, and she specifically worked on the transferring of soul power, using souls in place of power that would normally dwindle away and eventually die. That basically these Warforged would be able to act a lot like people.
Your mother was... That was your mother?
Correct. As for the eyes, that's a story for a different time.
The eyes?
Okay, that's fine. Anyway, though,
What
seeing as we
kind of
can't help
creatures are we
him,
talking about here? You said beholder, but what else?
PJ, okay, Ruby had the higher roll than PJ did. Does PJ understand what?
You know that they're from the Underdark, but that's kind of about it.
I'd rather not come close enough to see.
is that...
Because they're going to be after me as well.
Then how can we help?
Yeah.
We'll first need to wait for Ruby to finish resting.
Can we talk to Aranius? Aranius?
Yeah, how do you know the Emperor?
Yeah.
I heard Ares mention
My
something
aunt
about
is the
Stella.
queen.
You know
We'll
what?
unpack that later.
Say no more. Let's go see him.
Okay, also,
Let's go
Before
see,
you
let's go
go
see
there-
your uncle.
Before you see him, be careful what else you put on his mind. He's already running himself ragged.
fair enough.
Alright.
But
I'm just gonna ask him
there's a
where...
I'm assuming there's a workshop here?
I've been working almost 24/7.
Alright, because I have something I would work on too.
all I'm gonna ask him is where I can get some weapons.
It's probably best we make you weapons as opposed to going out and buying them in the daylight.
Fair enough.
Also, there's a curfew in place.
Yeah, saw your note.
Do you remember what time it was? Because Ruby, once again, was the one who saw the curfew.
You do not remember, unfortunately.
Although I do not remember when it is.
I don't
No,
have
it's
any
our
movie
important.
for
I'm
I
not,
know PJ didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving. Don't worry, I'm not leaving
that.
this castle.
Yeah, we should
for a
get
while.
something that packs more punch because that your swords didn't do anything to that creature. We fought a weird cracking thing.
I can make you guys weapons, okay?
I
Just-
can make my own weapons.
Let's talk to the king first.
So, you guys are moving through. You move past Lawmaker, and you are very giddy.
I'm-
Isaac
I'm-
doesn't show it. His hand is just shaking. His hand
I'm
is
giddy.
shaking a little bit.
He
You're
gets to
also
see...
PJ offers
Drax
you
gets to see what a
spiced apple
normal
cider.
king's like.
PJ offers you both spiced apple cider. This isn't apple juice. This is apple cider.
Like alcohol?
The good shit.
Like alcohol kind?
No,
Or
no.
something- Okay, not hard.
As you have some of it, I've had this before. This is from the coffee shop you used to frequent back at school.
They're small surprises. Also, I'm glad you're not dead.
This is alright, yeah. Bro, you
Although
just-
I do have some questions for you later as to why you guys left us behind.
Ares.
We thought Ruby had you. And Ares was our mission.
She abandoned my corpse.
She what?
She what?
That is a story for a different time. You guys want to see Ronnie, don't you?
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
I guess.
So you guys are walking up, and you, PJ, been here enough. Don't even
This
really
is
need
like
to
my
ask.
foster dad. Like,
You
He's a
see,
bro.
he walks down, kind of hair is like pulled up, and he looks very disheveled. Like coat is like tagged around, his head, his like arms are pulled up. He kind of looks like a mess.
Ronnie,
As
we
he's coming
have
down,
some fanboys
I
for
was
you.
looking for some. Oh, we have guests.
Hi.
He puts on his coat, tries to look as proper as he can.
PJ puts dashes of colors on his face and fixes his hair for him. Just like has like this kind
You
of
see,
routine.
so like there's on like his like uncleanly shaven, like he doesn't have, he has like a small little beard, like a little scruff, and Peach just like comes over and just starts like painting like little swirls on him. Thank you.
Isaac's just like what? Just dumbfounded, just like.
Isaac, Isaac,
Who are these people?
Isaac, is this why the king likes to be in the shadows all the time?
I know he was very public once. He gave a seminar.
Did he look like this?
Excuse you, my paintings are exquisite.
Vaguely. Isaac Thanen.
Ronnie is Sephiba.
Drax.
And you see he has a very like hard handshake, but a little like he's a little embarrassed. He's got like a gloved hand. He like puts his glove on before he does is like trying to be more proper. You didn't tell me you were having friends over.
I'm not sure how I feel about them yet, although I did crash at their place when they thought I was dead.
Crash at my place.
I start tugging on Arrhenius' robe.
Oh, hello.
Drax.
Hi. Ronnie is.
I love dragons.
He can see the gun on his back in his holster. Like that's.
That's finely made. I like the crafting of it. It has.
Here.
You should see what else he has in his stronghold.
This looks like my EM3 design, but it's been altered in several key ways. I like the barrels. There's engravings on the inside of it. And he starts like going on and like
Rifling. It basically allows it because most bolts are malleable. It allows it to get some spin on them.
right. I'll have to exchange notes.
Aaron.
This is quite
Well,
fascinating.
Aaron.
And as you guys are like nerding out
Can
about
I like
this,
look into the room?
yeah, as you kind of like look into the room, you see it's like basically their home. There's like a staircase that leads up, and as you look in, you see a woman who's kind of like dark skin, a little bit darker than PJ's. Hair that kind of like falls in long waves and curls to kind of the smaller of her back. Golden scales that kind of glitter on the sides of her cheek. And you see one golden eye, and you can see the other is like a kind of flashing magenta. And she sees that as Ronnie is talking to somebody and is rambling about something, and notices there's probably someone at the door. She kind of flicks her eye, and you see it shifts gold. And she comes down the stairs, puts herself almost in like a diplomat mode, kind of comes forward and places her hand on Ronnie's shoulder, and you see the Empress of the Egonian Empire. It says,
Hi, Sanji.
"Hello, dearest. Is this how we are approaching citizens now?" Oranges. And she kind of like looks at both of you.
Drax kind of like stares dumbfounded. He notices her draconic features, and he goes, "Are you a female lizard folk?"
I tries not to laugh.
PJ feels partially offended on her behalf.
That is, I feel like this is the first time I've been needing to say this in far too much within the last 2 months. I'm married.
Isaac at this door just full on.
Well, are you?
No, I'm a draconic bloodline sorceress. Thank you very much.
My friend
she's
here,
very
he's-
pretty.
Yes.
She's very
He doesn't.
She
know
does like
so-
blush a little bit as PJ says.
He doesn't know social stuff. Neither do I. But it's.
I don't know.
Anyway,
It's not that, Isaac. I just don't. what.
See, I don't see the need for social etiquettes either. Like,
I
for
don't
some
know-
reason, Isaac keeps saying that I need to be professional. And so do I, dear. And she sort of pushes him back a little bit.
I just don't know what the good folks look like, man.
What can I help you
It's alright.
We're
They're fanboys.
here on behalf of PJ,
with?
one of our friends, Aries. Well,
I'm
ally.
The
I'm
tried
acquainted with him. The other one who I didn't tell I was married to when I had just. Anyway.
Yeah, I think he mentioned like he killed Aurelius at some point.
yeah, it's a long.
He's joined an entity called the Unyielding Death.
You see the flicker in her eyes, Peter, and she kind of like looks past you for a moment.
So we had to leave Panmark. And I figured we come back here because this is where I got my degree.
Smart.
So we're hiding out. You could
So
say.
there's some powerful people after us. We
Join the club.
You see, like Iranius kind of like puts his hand like
refugees would be
Like,
more
on
better
her
term than
on her
citizens.
arm and says, "The citizen of ours, at least this one is. They need our help and aid, and they're friends of PJ's."
Again, in defense, friend, we only recently met. I understand that PJ doesn't fully trust us.
He's a gunman. He's a fighty man. I mean, we're gonna need all the help we can get before we can get Kamira and Mirio.
You would forgive me if I'm a bit trustworthy of outsiders.
Oh, I fully
I
understand.
don't blame you. I like the joyful death. Our natural enemies have seemed to have affected people all over the world. I've heard that you're no different.
You're welcome to stay here. I understand the importance of taking those temporarily without help.
My thanks.
If it is necessary, I can probably fashion something downstairs. PJ, you have your bedroom here, but it's far too small.
I'm used to culling with Ruby anyway.
Would you be alright sharing a room with her and I could give them yours?
I should probably collect my weapons in there.
I'm
Go
excited
clean
what goes when it comes right again, PJ.
You see Iranius,
It's like
you see
that.
Sean just sort of like says, "Go clean up there and hide anything you don't want anything."
It'll be in the wall, if you know what I mean.
I understand.
Also, the Polaroids.
Hey,
Later.
Iranius,
Yes?
do you have like a forge or something?
Oh, this actually was, that's why it looked like this.
Understand.
Be more presentable.
I hate to intrude, but there are some things I need to work on with that. And the gun that's probably still in his hands. Some things that I
Oh,
need to
certainly.
work
I'd
on.
love to see
It's-
some of your
it's-
work and
if you like that, you're gonna love this. I don't draw, but I pull offhand.
Oh, fascinating.
You see
just
PJ,
like
there's a-
PJ snickering so hard
And
while you're
it's-
doing this.
Where's
He
the
probably
forge?
notices that it's an internal clip magazine, so
Yeah,
it-
you
that
you
is what
hear
it
him
is.
begin to like just like mutter under his breath, and she's on just like,
Iranius?
"Don't forget to breathe, dear."
Right, doing it again.
Drax has an idea, and he's now set on that idea.
Oh,
He wants to go to the nearest weapons forge.
forgive me.
my apologies for enabling.
Come in. And you enter, and it's a pretty like beautiful home, very spacious, and you do see again like everything is entirely like automated. Like there are like gears that like kind of like move different things, lights that kind of like fixtures that move all around, like large like libraries that like pillar up, and you see books that seem to be able to move by your request at them. Everything in here has been tinkered with and like totally makeshift in order to better like make work on the lifestyle. You all make your way down to the forge, where you can see probably a couple of works in progress. Iranius takes off his coat, kind of rolls up his sleeve, takes off his glove.
Isaac does something very similar.
It's very weird for you to see this person that you have like
Idolized.
taken like written like quotes down about, who's inspired some of your work before you so casually.
Yeah.
Aaron,
Yes.
not immediately, of course.
Okay.
Can Drax attempt to create a new pair of swords?
Oh, we haven't gotten bored yet.
I thought we said
We're in the forge, I thought.
We're in the home where everything's automated.
You probably cannot because you're not proficient in blacksmithing, but you can probably have them made by Iranius, probably Isaac or PJ,
What about all three?
or all three.
I would like to finish upgrading Reaper's Remorse.
Sure, you can spend time learning how to blacksmith. It'll totally take you a little long, but you can
Of course,
begin the
but
process.
I want to.
You can begin the
like,
process of gaining proficiency in blacksmith.
Drax's dream is to someday have a similar dream to Isaac's. Have like something to call his own, because he has very little to do that he calls his own.
Okay, so as you guys are working on various projects, I'll say for the purposes of this, if you guys would like to, you can roll tinker checks.
You know I
Can
got
I,
it.
my
But my
goal
phone
is
is
to
dead.
spend as much time as it takes getting that +1 bonus back and trying to get it up to a 2d12.
Okay.
I'll take naturally.
This will be the first. This will probably be like the first night of it, because I'm just
Mm-hmm.
gonna say it's probably gonna spend one night. So
Can I talk to Isaac while I do
Sure. So as you guys are continuing to work, I'll say first roll the tinker checks, and we'll say that the role play that take place between will happen while you guys are tinkering.
Also, Aaron, do you have a charger case for my phone so I can get home?
I do.
Thank you. Wait, this is Apple.
Oh, I don't
Sorry.
have a charger.
Do you have
for your
USB-C?
phone.
Everyone in the room.
Probably not. I
That
don't
is
have
okay.
USB.
So that's 26.
26.
Okay.
Give
My
me 1
DC
second,
is
I'm
so
gonna-
high.
Is it the same as a? Is it the same as a like?
It's the same as our school book.
Oh.
Wait.
I might have one.
Basically, Isaac's just taking out the barrel, making a new one with better rifling to get that +1. You know, get a little bit more accurate.
for us to do a Khmer one shot tomorrow.
It's not. I don't have
If
it.
paid, we can.
Wait, are we doing this? Wait,
Not
doing-
preferably like in the afternoon or something. So I have
I'll
some-
talk to folks about it.
Okay.
Dog leash in my backpack.
Anyway. So that first check was a 26. Okay, second one.
17.
17. Okay.
Do we have advantage because we're all working together?
Yes, you have advantage on. I forgot to mention you have advantage on these rolls
Fuck yes.
because you're all working together
Yeah, I'll-
and you're within a bunch.
Should I re-roll the?
The first one you already succeeded,
Okay.
so go ahead and roll the
Second
second
one,
one.
did I succeed?
You go ahead and roll it. Roll it again for the second one then.
Alright, hold on. So one was a 7. I'll take that 17 over a natural 1.
Okay.
Pick a different one.
Did it succeed?
So many.
Alright, and then last one.
Okay.
14.
14. Unfortunately, you do manage to create it, but it is experimental.
Okay.
So it could work, but at risk, you can continue to work overtime and take a point of exhaustion if you would like to try to kind of refix it and refine it.
I would like to refix it.
Okay,
and refine it.
go ahead and
Take exhaustion.
re-roll that final one.
Advantage?
I'll say it would be at disadvantage because you're continuing to push past. So it's just one final check. It's just like one check.
26.
You do manage to correct it and finally get that +1 back on your item.
Alright, I'm just gonna re-add Reaper's Remorse.
For me, it's 30, 25, and 24.
30, 25, and 24? Okay. PJ, 30, 25, 24. Okay. You do manage to make the next kind of bit, but it's experimental. You could push over time if you'd like to. You will gain a point of exhaustion.
I'm going to do it.
Okay, go ahead and re-roll. It would just be a straight. It would normally be a disadvantage, but it'll just be a straight roll.
Damn it! Okay. That is a 17.
17. Unfortunately, you're unable to really kind of hone it down, and it's not really how you want it to be. So I'll say you get portions of it, but it's not finally complete. The next time you try to tinker with it, the checks will be a lower DC.
Okay.
Cause yeah.
So I'm at 2.5.
Yeah, so basically the next time will basically just mean that like you'll have advantage on that next one tinker check you try to do. So go ahead and mark that down. You're getting closer, slowly but surely. Okay.
About how many more tinker checks do I have to do to get a 2d12?
Probably 3.
Okay. Can I sleep and then go back to working?
Yeah, so you're gonna basically spend 3 days.
Okay.
So while that first time tinker check is going on, what did you role play, Sphere?
I was just making a new barrel. Yes. Yes. Finally.
You can see Aranius is also like, you all are all feverishly working, and several times within the process you hear like people calling from above, and then unanimously you all just say 1 minute.
Dinner. What's that?
Wait.
You're like
3,
learning how to
2,
make
1.
hammer.
1 minute!
1 minute.
So we have 3 half-elf geniuses.
Drax, you can just like to be like passed around, as each of them are like a little like annoyed because they want to get back to their own projects, but they want to teach you. And they're each like a little annoyed and being passed off to like teach you like how to
At
do
one point,
bits
I
and
just
pieces.
pulls out.
Can I use my tiny servant to help guide him?
Sure.
At some
Tiny servant on a sword,
At-
so he can teach you how to make a sword like it.
At some point,
Yeah, how does that?
Isaac gets annoyed. He just pulls out. Target practice. We talked about this.
No, I'm not. Isaac, I'm not doing. I'm not learning guns.
The tiny servant is showing you how to make a sword.
Okay, so slowly
Even
but
though the
surely, you
tiny
spend
servant
a bit
is
of
a sword.
time. While this is happening, Aranius does kind of come up to you, like eventually, as he's like, kind of takes off his glasses, sort of like rubs his eyes. Why are you interested in making a blade anyway?
Without getting too into it, it's my job. One.
It's my job.
You're a bladesmith and you don't know how to make swords.
I'm a bodyguard. Let's put it that way.
Oh.
The King of Panmark has recognized my talents despite my young age, and I simply wish to.
You work for Doodleheim? The Duke?
And this Isaac just
Not.
got.
I go. Not anymore, unfortunately.
Oh, that's too bad. I used to, well, my advisor was my bodyguard when I was younger and stupider, but he actually co-rules with me now. His name is General Azza.
Okay.
He's quite the man, but he also knows his way around the blade.
Oh, ooh, that would actually be very.
If you're looking for someone to fight shit with you, might I recommend my wife? She can kick ass.
I would certainly be willing to learn some techniques from Mr. Azhead, I guess. But first, I want to.
Oh, do not call her that. She'll rip you to pieces.
No, Mr. Azhead.
Oh, I see.
But first, like, you must understand, Ryan. You can consider a king would consider me a lowly street urchin. I have had very little to call my own in my short life so far.
Well, if you ask
I'm
me,
just trying to hold on to things I can control.
Well, if you ask me, I don't think that sounds lowly at all. Just because you don't have anything to call your own.
That's good. It's good to hear that you're not the only king that
Radius wasn't always loyalty or royalty.
Oh no, not at all.
There's a story there.
I want to learn how to make weapons because I'm tired of having to scrape up money to pay for them.
How do you feel about fire?
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Isaac just raised an eyebrow.
What about a
Not
blue?
anymore.
I can make you a sword with a flamethrower on top.
I'm trying to dual wielding right now. I think it's good.
Well, I've been working on something for a bit, and frankly, no one else can really wield it, and I won't go to waste sitting here in my workshop. So, you see, he like rummages around for a bit, and kind of reaches into a drawer and brings out a finely crafted sword.
Like,
seems to be
Max's eyes like
yeah.
shine.
Seems to be a great sword. And you see encrusted in its hilt is a ruby. And kind of all around it seems to kind of glow slightly as bracers, and it seems to be a pretty hefty sword. He kind of lifts it up, kind of brings it over. Give this a try.
I grab it with one hand and like easily kind of like lift it.
Well, if you speak the command word, which is whatever you'd like to call it, but certainly right now I've been saying, I'm trying to remember, what did I say? That's a terrible thing to lose. You begin to see, like, he kind of, like, rummages around for a little bit, kind of, like, just starts saying off phrases, like, oh my god,
Drax is gonna go,
Dragon Maker,
Drax is gonna go, thwack.
and as you say thwack, you're like, oh, that's further down the list, and it nikes into flame, and just, like, burns and kind of, like, glows in front of you.
Hey, is that Gonk's great sword? Was that Gonk's? Okay.
A flame-tongue greatsword. What do you think?
Thank you. This will do fine for now until I can make something of my own.
Kind of like burns you like a little bit, but it just like glows as you look at it. The slits that you have in your eyes kind of open a little bit as you look at the flame. Oh, and I have to figure out the way to turn it off. Oh god. It just like goes down and starts going down the list.
Well, you can always try to put a rune on the sheath.
Oh, certainly, but if you say a code word, it'll turn off. But that's actually a pretty good idea if you can like sheath it.
Yeah, you can
immediately
You
extinguish
can
it.
help. You can look for that one. I don't think I'll be lucky the second time.
What is it? Talitha! No. Marble! Hmm. Oh god.
Wait,
I really
what was-
hope I didn't make that the code word. You see he like blushes for like a little bit.
What was your code name?
He says rosy cheeks, and you know that to be his. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see it vanishes.
I see again, just
It's
eyebrow.
adorable.
What is working?
My code I'm strength, by the way, but yeah. Where's the sheath for this?
Oh, right. And like goes around, kind of like finds it. There you go. It's very finely crafted.
I like.
It does have some like you recognize it because you've been here. It has some Italian elements to it, like the flame.
I like take it.
It
And
almost
I
looks like a dragon. It's
Mm.
like as you like put it in, it's like a dragon is eating the blade.
I like sheath it and immediately like tighten it on my back.
Suits you.
Thank you.
So,
Right.
while that conversation is happening, you two, do you decide to converse?
So you've just been here this past day or two.
Yeah, I've made I don't want to say a name for myself in the library, but I don't think the librarian likes me.
She
very
does
well.
not.
Okay.
I encountered her.
There was a woman trying to check out poetry behind me, and I may have spoken a bit too loudly and dropped too many books.
Also, I need to replace that door now.
No, you don't. You didn't break it down. You just need to heat the metal.
It was welded shut from the other side. Couldn't have used that metal.
You
It was a wood. It was a nice wooden door.
You could have gone through the window and then reheated it.
It was, to be fair, I was in a bit of a mood.
Thanks for
I thought there were squatters. Apparently there weren't squatters anymore.
Well, to be fair, there was a
I
lot
can
of
also
rotten
send
food
you
in
that
your
if you
fridge.
like.
But what
I haven't been there like 5
Oh,
years.
so it's basically just a standard great sword, but has the
I didn't
abilities.
think
you
that I
can
had
use
to
as a
leave
here,
town
I'll
to
just
get
leave it. So you basically gain that.
How
with it.
did you leave?
It's just it has a standard great sword would be, but then it has the bonuses of that.
In the years between when I graduated and found myself back at Panmark, I was bounty hunting.
But why did you leave university?
Oh no, because I graduated. I was just living there at the time.
I see.
Because technically it's still in my name. I still own it. Wait, I still technically own the apartment, right?
Your mother actually bought it out for
Yeah.
you, and so it doesn't have to be rented to anyone.
Yeah. I still technically own the apartment.
Careful, people might think you're kind of perky. Having a house in a college town, surrounded by teenagers.
My mother's
all the
bought
time.
it. My mother bought it. Actually, one of the things I wanted to do is, I thought when I was younger I would teach there. Clearly can't do that anymore.
Well, why not? Anyone can teach as long as they know what they're doing. Hell, my mother
The
taught me.
spark for education is long died.
PJ looks sad hearing that.
This is what I do now. It's probably what I will do for a long time.
Shoot people, take names.
It's what I'm good at.
Well, you used to be good at something else. It doesn't mean you've forsaken it entirely.
Maybe. But for now, this is what I do. And, clear my name with the King's Court. Hopefully.
What happened, fairies?
We found this weird ritual. I think it was like written in Infernal Rose Blue. Oh, you're listening, and a creature who seemed to be his mother was there. He basically tried to kill us. To create this, to complete this ritual of something. She wrote something about forging a dagger with the soul of a servant, the heart of a temptress and the betrayal of the trusted friend. Something meant his soul, her heart, because she's clearly temptress from the siren, I think. But I'd be able to start figure that out.
Yeah.
And betrayal of a close friend. Killing us. He didn't kill him, but nearly killed me and went unconscious. The Drac saved me. And he disappeared.
Did he say anything about the sins?
No, he just left.
I see.
After the fight, we thought you were dead. I ridiculed him.
Was this his own choice?
I believe so. I told him.
You sure he wasn't being mind controlled?
I don't think he was, no. I made sure he couldn't be when I shot his mother through the throat.
You killed his mother.
No, she's still alive.
How would... What?
I shot her in the throat, but it didn't kill her.
How many cigarettes did she smoke? Okay.
Not nearly as many as me. Which I should... That's on the to-do list also, quitting that.
Well, we do have ways of doing that in Egonia. But Ares...
I thought he was someone worth protecting. I genuinely thought he was a good person for a while until he dragged all of us into that fight, got you and Ruby killed, almost got me killed, through Drax. And now because he betrayed us in the King's Court, we have something's after us. I don't think he's going to be able to get to us here. But if we go into the Panmark again anytime soon, we're dead.
I mean, do you realize by associating with me, you'll be hunted down here as well?
And if it's either going here or going back to Sylvia.
Ew.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You hear Ronius pipe up, ew.
Oh yeah, by the way, any chance you know the last name, Lucilian?
The Blade Makers?
Yeah, that's where I get it from, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Here, Drax hears this and he chimes in. Yeah, somehow one of the Lucilians showed up at Isaac's house.
Yeah, he was at my father's house, not my house.
Strange.
I lived with Marthia Lucilian for a long time. Lucilian.
I knew her husband.
Which husband?
Second one.
What was his name?
Elven man, moon elf.
Okay, not Zacchaeus.
No.
I'm their son.
So another bastard child, I see.
Yeah, there are a lot of those going around.
Yeah, we're popular.
Yeah, that we are.
Well, it's getting late.
Also, I won't have to remove anything from my room because I was staying with Ruby anyway.
Do we get long rest?
Thank you so much.
Thank you again for the help. Good pointer with that on making sure the return spring wasn't too strong.
Yeah, it was a little tight. It could be a little looser. If it was too tall, it won't have much control over what you're wanting it to be. But regardless, I'm glad you're safe. And it was great to meet you.
Good meeting you too.
Aranius receives on fire.
Shit! He cats it out. And with that of flame-based shenanigans and
Can I roll
conversation
checks just to have it done?
as
Now you know my
guys
pain.
finish up your various projects, getting a place of holder for the night. That is where we're going to end tonight's session.